Rooftop Sports welcomes you to a special presentation of the National Football League.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
Oh boy, and good evening, everyone. This is Rooftop Sports, and here we are for the last game of the Seattle Seahawks regular season. And actually, we can't really start this show until someone on the other side. Hey, there you go. Fixes the lighting and Epic C Films. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great today.
Well, I think you know exactly how I feel about today. Would you like to take a guess how I feel?
You feel nervous.
I am absolutely horrified of this game. I really am horrified of this game. I just am because I'm just scared. That's all. Because it's the 49ers. They terrify me. They scare me. They intimidate me. And they're at San Francisco. And my thinking is, if the Seahawks cannot beat the 49ers at home, what makes anyone think they're going to beat the 49ers? Wait, did I say Seahawks? If the Seahawks cannot beat the 49ers at home, what makes anyone think that the Seahawks can beat the 49ers on the road? And the only reason why they did it last year was because Nick Bosa was injured.
Hey, anybody can win on any day of the week. And one of the things that people have been talking about is that why was Mike Macdonald hired?
Okay, why?
Think about our division. The two best teams in our division were the Rams and the 49ers. Guess what they were good at? Offense. Why would we hire an offensive coach to compete against other great offenses? We decided to get a defensive coach to try to stop them and win on the other side of the ball. That's what they did. And if you heard earlier, I was watching the broadcast, and you know what they said in the broadcast? They said, okay, the Seahawks don't want you to call them the Legion of Boom 2. They want you to call them their defense the dark side. That's their new defense.
Well, at least they don't want to be called, they don't want to be under the shadow of Legion of Boom because they want to build their own legacy. But I still want to know why I should believe that the Seahawks are going to beat the 49ers today. Like I really want to know.
One of the things to think about with Mike Macdonald, which is a big thing to think about his legacy, is that he's been one of the best in history of winning on the road. In his first 2 years, he's had one of the best records of road winning percentages. This is a road game. He usually wins more road games than he wins home games every year. It is true. So if you take that into consideration, you have a leg up there because it's not a home game.
Well, if you put it that way, all I can say is I hope you're right. That's all I can say. But before we get this started, let me get everything started with this commercial.
No problem.
While I go pee-pee.
We're making half pineapple, half pizza.
Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
Well, if you are hungry and if you happen to be in the Snoqualmie, North Bend, Issaquah, Carnation, and even Duval area to certain extents, please call that number 425-888-2300, 425-888-2300 to get 50% off your pizza and or your tacos there. So go ahead and head over there. And Epic Sea Films, do you have anything to say about this pizza and or tacos?
I recommend the burrito.
Yep, get the burrito, and you get that for 50% off if you do it through Rooftop Sports. You just tell them that, hey, Rooftop Sports is telling me to get some pizza, so take advantage of that while you can, because I want you guys to enjoy some really high-quality pizza while we go through a very stressful Seahawks game. And by the way, it is all time to rise up for National Anthem. I will actually personally sing it myself. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. It's going on at the TV, but I did my end of it. I did my end of the bargain. Now, how would you like to rate my performance?
It was fine.
It was fine. That's a first, because usually everyone's like hitting the mute button when I'm singing.
It wasn't great, but hey, at least you tried.
It wasn't great. Oh.
But at least you tried and got through it, and I think that's a good thing.
Okay,
you know?
Was I better than Carl Lewis, where he was like, "And the Rockets, red clear"? Or let's not forget about.
I don't remember Carl Lewis's. I've never heard his.
Okay, how about this one with the All-Star game? Let's play some basketball. When she sang it in a very sexualized kind of way, it was pretty
I don't
bad.
remember that one.
Or don't forget, what's her name? The most infamous one. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. But I have 3 keys of the game for the Seahawks.
All right, let's hear your 3 keys of the game.
So the Seahawks 3 keys of the game. Sam Darnold not causing any fumbles or turnovers. Big key to the game. If he can be mistake-free on turnovers and fumbles, that's going to be huge for the Seahawks, because think about this. That means there's less work for the defense has to worry about.
Defense.
Yeah, defense. So he has less work. They have less work to worry about if he doesn't make any mistakes, because that doesn't give the other team good field position. If we can't give the other team good field position, then we're going to be doing really well. The other big key of the game is, can our running backs have great performances today? Can we get use out of both of them? Can they get us big runs? You know, that's what we really need, is a big, strong run from them. And then the other thing to it is, we need to have our defense play at another high level again. If they can keep playing at their high level that they always do, and one of the big keys for the defense is stopping the run. Can they stop Christian McCaffrey? Can Christian McCaffrey have a very low running game today? If they can keep him maintained, that's going to be huge for the Seahawks, because that's how they drive their offense a lot of times in the 49ers. They're a passing and running offense, but they run through Christian McCaffrey. If they can't stop him, then it's going to be very tough for the Seahawks.
You know what's my keys to the game?
What?
Play perfect effing football.
You don't need to be perfect in football. Every team
You
makes mistakes.
do. Every snap. Okay, you know, I'm getting ridiculous. Am I getting ridiculous? On a scale of 1 to 10, am I getting ridiculous?
Yes, because here's the thing is there's no such thing as perfection, but as long as you play a cleaner game than the other team, you have a better chance of winning.
Okay.
Yeah. Now on the other hand of the ball, for the actual like 49ers, they need Christian McCaffrey to play really well for them to win this game. They need to have a really good offensive performance by their other player, which is Brock Purdy. If those two guys have great big games for them, they have a good chance of winning on their hand. So can we contain them to stop them? That's going to be kind of the trade-off. Is like, can their offense outperform our defense, or can our defense outperform their offense? That's pretty much the key to the game right there.
They're having the Seahawks as the favorite. Are they stupid?
By
it's
like 1.5 points. It's like 1.5 points.
Put my money on the
much.
49ers. These guys are morons. These betting geeks are idiots.
You know why they have them as a favorite? Because the Seahawks are so good on the road.
You want to know something? You want to know how I feel about that?
So what's interesting about this is that both years, our quarterback. So both years, Sam Darnold, this year and last year for Minnesota, had some of the most turnovers in the league. You know, interceptions. And one of the things to think about that is that he was still able to succeed as a quarterback with having a lot of interceptions. That goes to the count that he had been on really good teams. Think about it. If he was on a junky team, those turnovers would look really bad. Because look at what happened to Geno Smith this year. He went to a bad team and all his turnovers just compounded on each other. He didn't have a good defense to help him survive the turnover problem that he had.
Yeah, but Geno Smith is just not a good quarterback to begin with anyway. He was a system quarterback. He had all the weapons. He had DK Metcalf. He had tight ends. He had Tyler Lockett. He had Jackson Smith and Jigba. Any monkey could have gone to that team and throw up 4,000 yards.
Not everybody. And that's the thing about it is not everybody can succeed depending on the situations. You're trying to cop out and trying to give one argument against him. I'm just saying that what happened is that when you have a team that has a good defense or a team that has good other pieces around it, it can make other people look better just because of the fact that even though they're having a problem. You know,
I gotta cut you. I gotta cut you off. Sorry, no, I really mean I cut it off. But
no problem.
The bad news is the Seahawks get the ball first, so that means 49ers will get the ball in the second half, and we are underway here in Santa Clara, and they are going to take the knee. Seahawks are coming in at 13-3, 49ers 12-4. We got a flag already. Wonder what this flag is all about. Still waiting to see what it's about. And Meowsies, yep, go Hawks. 5-yard penalty, so it's going to start at the 25.
Okay.
Sam Darnold coming in with a 13-3 record, 241 yards per game, 25 touchdowns, but he does have 20 turnovers. So that is something, like you said, he has to cut down on the turnovers because he almost has more turnovers than touchdowns, which is pretty alarming, to be honest with you. And now it's going to be the first snap. Seahawks have the second best offense in the NFL in terms of averages. And now here is Sam Darnold to pass. Now here is the first pass. That's going to be caught. That was number 22 making the catch. He got pummeled, and that's going to be second down. Offensive line by Josh Jones, Gray Zabel, Jalen Sundell, the center, Anthony Bradford, and Abraham Lucas. And for running back, Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet, Pro Bowler, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Cooper Kupp, A.J. Barner, the tight end. Now Njigba is now on the bench. And I think they're going to run this ball. That's why. Man in motion is Barner. Now they're going to hand it to Kenneth Walker. He has some running room, and he's going to get the first down already right there. And that's going to be a first down for the Seahawks. Defense is still without Nick Bosa, so that is something to also consider for the Seahawks.
But San Francisco does not have a great defense.
Robert Saleh
Overall.
can do. Robert Saleh is Magic Man.
But he's not the greatest defense.
First
His
and
defense is only
10.
mediocre.
And now it's going to be fake handoff. And now here is a pass. That's going to be to Kenneth Walker. He makes the catch. And he's got the first down. And then some more. And he's just got to get down. And now he's past the 40. They are now in San Francisco territory. And the Seahawks are just racing the ball down the field right now. And audio check. How do I sound? Like, is my mic? Does the mic sound like it's exploding?
No.
Because remember the other one made it sound like I was exploding.
No, you sound fine. I can hear you clear.
Okay, just double checking. I should probably check on my YouTube end as well. And now we're at 1st and 10 in San Francisco territory, and I think they're going to run this ball. It's going to be the Zach Charbonnet. And now he's going to hand it to Zach Charbonnet, and he gets it, and that's going to be majority yards, about 7 yards right there. And we got someone joining. He goes by Mark. How you doing today, buddy? Second and 4. This is a very big game for the Seahawks. And again, if you are, pay attention to that message right there. 2nd and 4. I think I'm just going to leave it on there. 2nd and 4. It's going to be Snoqualmie. And now it's going to be Zach Charbonnet. He gets met immediately. He gets taken down. And that's going to be 3rd down and 4. Defense really knew that it was what was happening, and now it's 3rd and 4. And I think you've got to pass on this one. Would you pass or give another chance to throw? I'd do a play action.
I would do a run, but do Kenneth Walker.
I do a play action. It's gonna be 3rd and 4.
Do a pass to Cooper Kupp.
I don't know about Cooper though. Now here's Sam Darnold to pass, and now here's the pass. That's gonna be caught by Barner. And that's going to be a fresh set of downs. Barner, just get down. You can tell I'm very traumatized by that Cooper Kupp fumble.
Yeah, but I think Cooper Kupp's good, and I like A.J. Barner. I think A.J. Barner's been playing better of late. And now
let's go to A.J. Barner stats.
Well, that wasn't A.J. Barner. That was Sandusky. Whatever his name is. That was the other guy. That was 81. That wasn't A.J. Barner.
Well, that wasn't A.J. Barner. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. That was not A.J. Barner. That's embarrassing. And now it's going to be Kenneth Walker, and he has to switch direction, and he actually gets big yards, and that's about 9 yards. He went in one direction. He went the other way. He was a very smart guy for that.
Mm-hmm.
A.J. Barner's been with the Seahawks since last season. Didn't get as much playing time because Noah Fant.
No, but Kent Kubiak loves tight ends, so he does utilize him a lot more. He is a lot younger and better than the other guy we had.
Now
Noah
it's
Fant
2nd
wasn't that good.
2nd and 2. Let's see where this goes. And now it's going to be handoff to Zach Charbonnet, and he's going to get the first down. Get down. And now they're going to be at the 10-yard line. Kenneth Walker has 930 rushing yards. He could get 1,000 today. Zach Charbonnet probably won't get 1,000 unless he gets 344 yards, which would be an NFL record. So I don't think that's going to happen, but I think the more priority is to win this game anyway.
Yeah.
Man in motion. And now it's going to be Sam Darnold to pass. Now here is the pass, and that is incomplete. And that's a pass interference right there. You kind of sensed it. Yep, it's a pass interference on San Francisco.
Yep, the guy was holding him. The guy has hands on him.
Also, if you would like to support my channel more, as if most of you guys have already done, donate to my YouTube super chats. Donate some of those monies in there. What about you, Epic C Films? Like, do you have any change?
have changed, but not not for
Not for the
that right
channel.
now.
Ugh. Now we got 1st and goal.
Mhm.
They got a fresh set of downs. You would imagine that it's a spot foul, so that means they're basically at the goal line. And I would probably, and Zach Charbonnet's there, and I think they're just going to hand it right to him. They're just going to go and try to punch it in and get the touchdown quickly. 1st and goal. Now I got the fullback in there. And now it's going to be a pass by Darnold. And now he's going to get sacked. What was he doing? I was like, hand the ball to Charbonnet. Not happy about that one bit. First, it was broken coverage by the offensive line. Like, let's look at the replay right there. Zach Charbonnet was already just bolting to try to get a pass. And he was actually open. He was decently open. But Sam Darnold just didn't see that. And Robert Saleh is very happy about it. And now they're going to have to be forced to pass. May have to settle for a field goal at this point. 2nd and goal. And now it's going to be handoff to Zach Charbonnet. Oh, why didn't you do that last time? And he breaks some tackles, gets at least 5 yards, or 3 yards. Why didn't he hand it off the first place? This is just bad play calling right there. Like when you're at 1st and goal, don't you just hand the ball? I'll play Madden right now, hand the ball right to the running back, and he'll just zip right in. He'll just walk right in. Just like what they should have done in Super Bowl 49. You know, I still have PTSD from that.
I don't.
I do. 3rd and goal. And anything less than a touchdown would be a massive disappointment in this drive. The only thing you succeed is burning a lot of time. It looks like Seattle has called a timeout.
Yeah, but that's
Not
a good thing. We're
liking
wasting
this.
a lot of clock. That's a good thing.
But that can
'Cause
only
it
do
gives
so
our
much.
defense time to rest. It gives our defense time to rest. It also makes their offense have less time to score. It really does help when we can slow down drives like this. It really does help. Because if we control the pace of the game, it's going to be really good in our favor.
By the way, in hockey, I'm winning 6-4. And how are you doing?
I have not been paying attention.
You're winning 8-2.
Yeah, so I don't even
You know
have to look at it.
Would it be fair to say that our hockey league is more competitive? Actually, no. Our hockey league's nothing much better either. It's the same thing as
No.
basketball.
Our best league is our football league, but football is the easiest league to control.
And now we're at 3rd and goal. What do we got here? Now here's Sam Darnold just handing it to Zach Charbonnet, and he will go down. And not even one pass attempt. Why didn't he pass? I think he was just settling. I think he just wanted the 3 points.
No, think about this. You said earlier, don't pass on goal.
That's not a goal line. Like on paper it is, but he's not like right there. I meant like right at the line. You fool. No, no, do not go for it. No, call a timeout. What are you doing? This is stupid. You're not gonna get them to jump. They're not that stupid. And now here's gonna be Sam Darnold to pass. Here's the pass, and that is incomplete. Why? So you try to pass on a 1st and goal, and you don't take the field goal on a 4th. Are you serious?
Did you know that Mike McDonald is the least likely to go for it on 4th down? That's a rarity for him to go on 4th down.
And look at Sam Darnold. Like, but it was a pass interference. Quit playing the victim. It was a dumbass play call, and Sam Darnold, you could have audibled your way out of it. I would have done it in Madden, or I would have said, no, timeout, kick the damn field goal, take the 3 points.
Hey, we pinned him back there, way far back there. So if our defense holds up,
care. Get the 3 points.
Wow, they're saying that movie's actually good.
Yeah, I'm too distracted to care about it. Like, you know what? I got something else for you too. So if you are hungry and you are absolutely upset by that idiotic play calling, treat yourself for some pizza or Mexican food, including those nachos. 425-888-2300. 425-888-2300. Please do me a favor and just treat yourself and get your 50% off for this football special.
Let's see how our defense holds up here. Let's see if our defense is as amazing as it has been.
It's not going to be. It just changed the whole complexion of the game.
Nope.
And plus, Barner was wide open. No, when you make a bad penalty, you don't deserve a call to go your way. And now it's going to be 1st and 10. He better get a safety out of this. And now here's Christian McCaffrey, and he throws him down. McCaffrey gets thrown down. That's how mad the Seahawks defense is, as they should be. If I was a Seahawks defender, I would have shoved Sam Darnold and go, yo, what the hell? I would have.
Yeah, but at least it wasn't an interception or a turnover.
I don't care. We did turn the ball over, you doofus.
Yeah, but it wasn't like what I mean. You know what I mean? We didn't
I'd
fumble
rather
it.
have it.
We didn't
I'd rather
an
have it
interception.
picked.
Nope.
2nd and 7. And now here's Brock Purdy. He's got all day to pass as usual. The pass, and that's going to be caught. And you can guess it's going to be a 1st down after that. It's going to be a 1st down.
Nope, no 1st down. That was still short. So this is a big 3rd down if we can stop him here. This is huge.
You're a third down. Now, I am so angry. I'm so embarrassed. It's 3rd and 3rd. 3rd and 3. Now it's all day to pass again. Now here's the pass. That's me incomplete. And there's actually no flags. 3 and out. And
that's huge. 3 and out. Huge.
I am still mad. Here's the thing. You want to know something, Epic C?
What?
Even if the Seahawks scored a touchdown on that, I still would have been upset. I still would have been
Yeah,
mad.
but that's just you. But I'm saying it's like I think it wasn't a bad call this early in the game because you have a lot of time to still make up for it. So I get it this early in the game.
No, it's like me when I was eating candy so much, and it catches up to you. Like, and now here's the punt, and he catches it. Now he's gonna go for the run. He gets tripped. It goes to the 50. No, like, but I mean, I don't even know if Darrell Bevel would have made such a play call like that.
Flag.
Face mask on the defense. So that's going to be about to the 35.
Sweet.
Juwan Jennings giving me dumbass Michael Crabtree vibes. Yeah, of course. And, you know, that
wow, he really
49ers
just yanked. You see there? That is so, like, you see how much he pulled on his face mask, number 40? That was, like, way obvious.
We got Josh in here. Game of the century. Josh 8TCA. If you're CA, you must be from California. You must be a 49ers fan, so reveal yourself. Like, is he a 49ers fan? Look at the
Not necessarily. They could be an LA fan. They could be LA Chargers, LA Rams, or they could be an old Oakland fan that never got converted back to a California team.
Hey, it's okay. He can be a 49ers fan. If he wants to be a 49ers fan, he can be a
No, I'm
49ers.
saying you said if they're CA, they must be 49ers. That doesn't mean there must be 49ers.
Yeah, but I look at the picture, it's all red. Red and black. So do you know a Chargers fan that would wear red and black? Oh, let's see what he said. For the TCA is short for the company adjacent. Oh, so it's for a company that he works for. I still think he has 49er colors in there, though. I mean, if you are, you can show your excitement as a 49ers fan. It does make it a little bit more funny when I have 49er fans going, yeah, you suck. Okay. We're cool. But man, nothing was more. Wait, hold on. I got to do something. I got to do something fast. Forgot. No, not this one. Well, there we are. If you would like some pizza and amazing Mexican foods, Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. We also do delivery as long as you're in the Issaquah, Snoqualmie, North Bend area. Now we got 1st and 10. They are 1-7 against the 49ers. The Seahawks are. Seahawks have got to find a way to score quickly to make up for the last drive. Now here's Kenneth Walker, and he's actually been getting some work, but that's only about 3 yards. On the gain of 3. I was right. I said it was 3 yards. And by the way, at halftime, I'll be doing my final regular season game between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. On which game?
Bowl.
Retro Bowl.
Yeah,
2nd
Retro Bowl.
and 7. I don't know if you're really in field goal distance. Now here's Darnold going for a pass, and that's going to be caught by Njigba, but he gets pushed down. And that's going to be 3rd down in about 1 or 2 yards. Probably 2 yards. Yep, 2 yards. Now after this, here's what I would do. If they are on 4th and 2, I would actually go for it, but get them to jump. And if it doesn't, and now it's going to be 3rd and 2, man in motion is Cooper Kupp. Going to be to Zach Charbonnet. He hands them the ball, and he looks like he's open, and he's breaking free. The 10, the 20, the 10, touchdown, Seahawks, and they have now taken the lead, and that is putting them on the board to make it 6-0. Pending the PAT, that will be 7-0. I know I jumbled all those numbers of the yards, but that is a touchdown. 27-yard touchdown by Zach Charbonnet.
Yep, that was a good one.
Yeah, they definitely needed that. And they're looking at A.J. Barner, who had the amazing block. That was the catalyst for that touchdown. An excellent block, something that Jimmy Graham probably wouldn't have done. And Zach Charbonnet worked his magic. Great footwork. And now the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Yep, we've been controlling the game so far.
For now. And Jason Myers gets it through, and that is the field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Or PAT.
Yep. So would you say our game's been pretty clean so far?
No, it should be 14-0 now.
Yeah,
Okay, fine. It should be 10-0. How's that?
If you're gonna be more reasonable, yeah, it could be 10-0. Yes, that's
It should
true.
be 10-0.
Well, how would it be 10-0 right now?
Because we would have 3-and-out them, and then they would have drove the field again, and that'd be 10-0.
No. What would have happened was if we would have not gone for it, we would have not had that great. We would have not stopped them with that great field position, and then what would happen is they wouldn't have given us good field position on the punt return. So we would be back at the 35 yards. So it'd still be so it actually kind of benefited us.
Talk to him.
Yes.
Talk to him.
So I think it's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this guy's my friend. I have a lot of friends in here, so I'm actually really not that lonely. I got that. He holds my phone, and I got the Moose and my big old friend who is donating my championship shirt. Oh, I got sorry. I gotta do that. I told my boss I was gonna double down on the commercials for him. So I gotta do it again. Let's do this.
Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck.
Well, and also, did you know that the taco truck also has burgers and fries, and we'll also do that for 50% off as well. Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza, or the Mexican food truck, for how much percent off?
50% off.
Yep, and do they deliver?
Yes.
And all they have to do is just pick up the phone and say Rooftop Sports.
Yes, for 50% off.
Now the kickoff. And that's going to go to the end zone.
Did you hear about the new movie that's coming this year, which is the new Madden movie? About John Madden?
Yeah.
Starring Nicolas Cage.
I got that part.
What do you think of that? Are you excited?
I don't know. Is it NFL backed?
I don't know. I can look in more into it, but I know it's Nicolas Cage starring as John Madden.
It is these teenagers. They're back. They're back to spam my show. Anyways, got Brock Purdy on a 1st and 10. And it's going to be a handoff to Christian McCaffrey. And that's going to be just 1 yard. Who is this peasant you're talking to? Man, this is Epic Sea Films. I'm the favorite streamer. Yep, I am sure about that. Hey, I think one of you is in Sammamish. Are you guys hungry? Go get some pizza. Save 50%. 50% off, man. 2nd and 8. And now here is Brock Purdy looking to pass. And he is going to get sacked. And now that's going to be a 3rd down and long.
Yeah. So the Madden movie is directed by David O. Russell, who did The Fighter. He did a whole bunch of other movies, but he's done sports movies before.
Do you know what movie really made absolutely no sense?
What?
A movie I felt that made absolutely no sense. It was, oh, by the way, we got 3rd and long. Got to pay attention to this. 3rd and 9. Yeah. And now it's going to be Brock Purdy to pass. And he avoids the sack, and that's going to be caught. Is he going to get the 1st down? He will not get the 1st down. And now I wonder if they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Well, that far back, would you go for it?
I think they would go for it. I think they would dare to go for it. They have the offensive line. Nope, they're going to punt it. No, they'll do a fake punt.
Most people don't do a fake punt. How often do you see that? I remember a few years ago, Detroit did one against the Seahawks, and it worked.
Well, they're going to punt it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a punt. And that's going to be a fair catch by Shaheed. So, but yeah, you some Amish people, go call this number if you want to save 50% off on pizza.
Yeah, this director, he did. So David O. Russell did The Fighter, Silver Linings Playbook, American Hustle, Joy, Amsterdam, and then now he's doing the Madden movie. You know, it's also going to have Christian Bale in it, the guy who played Batman.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's going to be interesting.
Christian Bale's in that too?
Yeah, not just
Christian Bale also played Dick Cheney. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Wait, did you actually watch that movie?
I've not
Dick
seen
Cheney
it.
movie?
No. Christian Bale's playing some character named Al Davis.
Al Davis is the owner.
Oh,
Actually, you
he's
know
the
what?
owner.
I'm in. If Christian Bale, if friggin' Batman is playing Al Davis, all right, I'm in. When's the movie coming out?
This is not till November.
What?
Yeah.
November of 26.
Yeah. Yeah, November 26, 2026. Ironically.
Let's go watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now the commercial break is back again. I got to do this again.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki tiki. Tiki tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven.
Oh, 50% off. We do delivery and they do pickup. Can't waive the delivery fee though, unfortunately, because we gotta pay the drivers.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that one. The last one they did, the one they did American Underdog about Kurt Warner.
You still haven't seen that one?
No,
dude. I'll bring the movie over and we'll watch it together. I'll pick a time. And now we're at 1st and 10 as we are back from the break.
Wow, look at that run!
Hold on. And now it's going to be Kenneth Walker, and he is going to be running, and he is off to the races, and he gets up to the 40. I'm behind you.
Oh, you were ahead of me earlier, so I don't know what.
I don't know either. I mean, are you doing yours on YouTube TV?
Yeah, I'm on ESPN right now on YouTube TV.
Weird. Internet. Now we're at 1st and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Man in motion. Now here's Kenneth Walker. Does he have any room? Nope. They figured him out this time. I think they should get Sam Darnold passing a little bit more.
But they want to be like 50% running, 50% passing. That's what their goal is. Mike McDonald likes a running offense. That's why he got rid of Ryan Grubb after last year, because there was too much passing.
Ryan Grubb was bum. You never trust a Husky, right?
You can trust Huskies. You know who's just having a pretty good career right now is the guy that's Rose Dunze. He's actually playing pretty good for Chicago.
2nd and 9. Defense. And now here is Sam Darnold looking to pass. Now here is the pass. That's going to be caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba. Rose Dunze.
Yeah, he's a wide receiver.
Oh, wide receiver. That's right. He was part of the national championship squad.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a great year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the number one
on my
guy.
fantasy team.
Just picked him because he's a Husky. That's Husky nepotism.
No,
1st and 10.
I thought he would have a good season.
And it's going to be handoff to Zach Charbonnet. Oh, he gets met immediately. gets taken down.
But you know who might have a good career? That's at UW right now is Damon Williams Jr. They keep talking about him being one of the top 10 quarterbacks in college right now, like for next season.
You want to know something? I finally accepted that it wasn't the Huskies that were the ringleaders. It was the Pac-12 itself. 2nd and 10.
They did it to themselves. The Pac-12 did it to themselves because they didn't take a deal. They had a deal with ESPN they could have took, and then ESPN was like, you're waiting too long, and then they went to the Big 12, and they gave the Big 12 the same deal, and Big 12 took it. That's literally what happened.
False start on the offense. Wait, false start, but the quarter is over. So now they have to run a play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. Because if you think about it, the first two teams that left were USC and UCLA, and then UW followed them, but that was after the fact that the other teams left.
That's an obvious false start right there.
Yeah. And Sam Darnold actually went to USC.
I know.
Mm-hmm. So he's a West Coaster.
Yeah. Well, the West Coast is all screwed.
Not necessarily. But they say the West Coast might have the best chance of winning the Super Bowl this year.
Talking about college football.
Oh, you're talking about, yeah. They are kind of screwed up because of all the travel time. It is so bad, especially for the ACC, for Stanford and Cal being the ACC. That's like the worst.
Taco lovers, this one's for you. Come enjoy tacos auténticos at Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, packed with flavor, made with love, and always fresh. Try our carne asada, al pastor con piña, and more. Topped with cebolla, cilantro, y a squeeze of lime. Pair it with a cold drink and relax at our outdoor seating. Perfecto para disfrutar. Find us at the Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, open daily. Ven con hambre, sal fies.
Yeah. Are you excited for the new Pac-12 coming in June?
Have they announced the teams yet?
They already have all the schools ready and everything.
Hold that thought. So you saw those tacos, right?
Yes.
Yeah, get your 50% off. We deliver. As long as you're in North Bend, Snoqualmie, Issaquah, and some parts of Sammamish, Carnation, and maybe Duval. And our drivers will get them to you as fast as possible. Even the owner himself, he drives. He'll do the driving too if he has to. I mean, tell me how about this owner? What do you think of the owner that we've met, or that I used to work with, or
the owner
the
owner that you work with. Well, they really are passionate about running their own business. They really love like the fact that they have all these like entities, these food places and all this entertainment places that they can actually and have these opportunities for people, So I think that's actually a really cool thing. It's like when people are very passionate about what they do.
Yeah, very passionate guys. So you should definitely check out Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. Or go to the game. You can also go there, and they're showing the game as well.
Yes. So do you want to know about the
Pac-15? No,
do you want to know about
we're back from the break.
Okay.
2nd and 15. Now here's Sam Darnold looking to pass. He's got some time. Now here's the throw. That's going to be caught. Now here's Jackson Smith and Jigba. More than makes up. And now he's still running off to the races. The 20, the 10, touchdown. And there is no call about. Oh.
Did his feet go out of bounds?
I think he did. Looks like his feet did go out of bounds.
Did it?
Oh, no. That I don't think it did. I think it was still. No, he did. Yep. I see that. Yep.
Where? Oh, right there. Yep. Right there.
It's out of bounds. I thought that was going to be a touchdown.
I know. But you see
I
his heel there?
But you still run because you just never know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't even get close. I thought he was going to get close to the goal line. Man. But 1st and 10, so that pretty much erases the flag. More than erases the flag. And I think they're going to run this ball. It's going to be the Zach Charbonnet, and he's going to run, and he is going to the 30, and that's going to be another first down for the Seahawks.
San Francisco, it's like their defense is not good. I told you Robert Saleh is not that great at defense. I told you this.
What quarter is it?
Second quarter.
We still have another 3 full quarters to go, Buster.
Less than that, but
We have a whole another half and a quarter to go. 1st and 10. I assume they're going to run the ball again. Man in motion. And it's going to be, oh no, he's not. He's going to pass. And now here's Sam Darnold. He's got no one to throw to. He's probably going to have to throw this away. And he does throw it away. Although Cooper Kupp, I think he was open, but it looks like he couldn't see that.
Believes he was smart enough to throw it out of bounds and not get an interception.
I'm going to ask the boss if he's for sure showing it on TV.
Mm-hmm. Our tight ends are we're
Second
taking
and 10.
tackles. You can see that.
And it's going to be Kenneth Walker, and he gets bottled up and thrown down.
Yeah, loss of yards. Look, you see the few Seahawks fans in the stadium. There's it's randomly scattered.
Well, yeah. Our fans do travel.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be 3rd and 14. Probably we'll have to settle for a field goal on this one unless Sam Darnold makes a big pass.
A pass to Jack Smith and Jigba. If he doesn't do that, he's going to do it to AJ Barner.
Nope, they're gonna settle for 3 points. Now here is Kenneth Walker, and he gets stopped immediately. They're gonna have to kick that field goal.
He couldn't shake him.
Yeah, I couldn't shake him. Well, because they've been running it too much. "47-yard field goal attempt for Jason Myers, who's been the best kicker in the NFL this season." Now here it is, and the kick. Oh no, it's gonna go wide right, and it's no good.
After you said that stat, you jinxed him.
I will take accountability and blame. If you would like to blame me, put it in the comments. I will take responsibility for the jinxing.
It wasn't like it was far right, but yeah, he's been really good this year, and that was just wow.
It's the pressure, and I also jinxed him.
Mm-hmm. So the Pac-12 new Pac-12 teams. You should know what 2 of them already are.
After these messages. Who are these 12 teams that I'm not going to care
There's not
about?
12 of them. There's only 9.
Well, you can't call it the Pac-12 then.
They're not changing names. They're just going to call it the Pac-12 even though there's 9 teams.
Stupid. Call it the Pac-9 or find 3 other teams.
So you know who 2 of the 12 teams are. You already know who they are.
Cougars and Oregon State. Okay, let me guess. I'm gonna start guessing.
Okay.
Washington State Cougars.
Yeah.
Oregon State.
Yes.
Boise State.
Yes.
Wow, that's a good one. Boise State.
Do you want a hint?
No. Nevada?
Nope.
Gonzaga.
Yep. Gonzaga. Yep.
Wait, so are they going to be in the Pac-12 even for basketball too?
Gonzaga's going to be there for all sports but football, not football.
Is Gonzaga and Gonzaga's
So
Gonzaga. All right, I give up. I don't care anymore.
Yeah. So it's basically Washington State, Oregon State, Boise State, Fresno State, San Diego State, Utah State, Colorado State, and then you have Texas State, and then you have Gonzaga for all sports but football.
And we are back from the break. Trent Williams and Ricky Pearsall have been out for this game.
So it's not a bad conference. They took basically most of the pack, they took like half the basically Mountain West.
First and 10. Now here's Brock Purdy to pass. That's going to be caught by George Kittle, and he actually gets 5 yards, and that's going to be second down. But that was a big one.
Yeah, they still have this. I don't think they got a first down yet.
It's only a matter of time. 2nd and 4. Second and 4. And now it's going to be, and that's going to be a first down. And that was a big one. That was a big pass to Christian McCaffrey. And the idea that the Seahawks have literally thrown away 6 points, it really should be 13-0 right now. And the Whitworth is back. He's a 49ers fan. I think, but doesn't add up because it says 12 at the end. And now here is Purdy to pass. That's going to be caught. And 49ers actually lose yards on that.
Yeah, they lost a yard.
Tariq Woolen has actually been playing better in the second half, by the way. That's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm. You haven't heard him do anything crazy like since the beginning of the season.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the season. He literally gift wrapped 2 touchdowns for the 49ers.
Yeah, so.
You guys aren't 49er fans. I know you guys aren't. 2nd and 11. And now here's Purdy to pass. Now here's a pass. That's going to be caught. Oh, dropped. Incomplete. And he looks shaken up.
Oh.
Looks like he's hurt. That was Jawan Jennings. And now he did get up on his own power. Craig Thomas was the one to make the big tackle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The dark side's doing their job. The defense.
Well, I like that. I would hate it if they call themselves the LOB Juniors. That would be kind of lame. Or LOB2. No, you just gotta. Even Richard Sherman would say, make your own identity.
Yeah. It's kind of funny they call themselves the dark side because I keep thinking of Star Wars.
The Empire were the good guys. They did nothing wrong. 3rd and 11. And they're definitely gonna pass. Now here's Purdy, and he's gonna run the ball. He might actually have some room for the first down. He's got some speed, and he doesn't get the first down. And you would think that they're probably gonna go for it.
Well, they're like 1 or 2 yards shy, so let's see.
I would test the luck because it's not like the Seahawks can score or anything. He's still on the field too. I think they are going to go for it. They are going to go for it. Analytics for it.
Mm-hmm.
No surprise there. It would be huge if the Seahawks can get a stop.
Yes, it would be.
And telling them to be quiet. Everyone, if you're a Seahawks fan, you should be screaming. And now it's going to be, we got a false start. Timeout by Mike McDonald. So it's basically like an ice the quarterback.
Was he going to challenge something? He wanted to challenge something. You see his like red flag.
Then what is there to challenge though?
He called the timeout to try he first threw the challenge flag, then tried to call the time out after the challenge flag. I'm confused.
But what was there the challenge? It was a brain fart moment.
I don't know. I don't know what
See
he
what
was
they're
trying to do
saying.
there. Oh, he's trying to say that the spot was wrong and he should be a few yards back or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he was trying to call. But
Nonetheless, they're still going for it. It's going to be 4th and 1. You would think they're probably going to punch. I think Brock Purdy himself is going to punch it through. And nope, it's going to be a fake handoff. Now here's Purdy.
Ooh,
And he gets bottled up, and that is incomplete. And it's Seahawks ball, no flags.
Wow.
Now it's going to be 1st and 10. And this game has been quite a turnover type game so far. Seattle's defense has really stepped up, including Tariq Woolen. That was Tariq Woolen who made that play, so you got to give him credit for that.
And Joe, it's actually Reek Woolen, not Tariq Woolen.
Tariq Woolen.
Yeah, I think his first season he went by Tariq or something like that, and then he changed it to Reek the second season, and then ever since then he's been Reek Woolen.
Well, I'm still calling Meta World Peace Ron Artest.
Yeah.
You know the drill. Call 425-888-2300, 425-288-2300 if you would like your pizza. Yeah, you were saying something?
Oh, I was just saying about names. Like, do you even know what the original name to Ocho Cinco is? I don't even remember his original name. What?
It was Chad Johnson.
Oh, see, I don't even remember that. I just know him by when he changed his name.
Yeah, Chad Johnson.
Like I remember Ron Artest changing his name to Meta World Peace, but some of the times you forget that other guys, they changed their name or something. Like you knew they changed their name, but they forget what the original name is. Yeah. But so far, the Seahawks are playing really well. Their offense hasn't done anything crazy. They haven't really they've been doing well. And the other thing is that the defense has been stepping up. So we haven't gave San Francisco any good field position, and because our offense has been playing good and moving the ball. And the other thing, like we said before, our defense is doing what they need to do. They're playing better than San Francisco's offense.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
But it's still a long ways to go.
We're a quarter and a half in now. Almost. Roughly about that. So it's been good.
Tampa Bay had won their game.
But do you know the story? Tampa Bay is technically not in the playoffs yet, and Carolina's not.
And then we got Sam Darnold. Here's the pass. That's going to be caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba. What? Let me guess. Has to be opponent implications now.
It's based on the other two teams in their conference. It's based on It's based on Atlanta and the New Orleans game.
So who has to win and who has to lose? Both of them?
No, they play each other, and it depends on who wins that game determines who gets into the playoffs.
Did they change these tiebreaker rules or something? Because it's just so weird.
Oh no, that tiebreaker rule is so weird. They said that if Atlanta wins, they would have a 3-way tie, and because of tiebreakers, Carolina gets it. But if New Orleans wins, then Tampa Bay gets it.
1st and 10 to Zach Charbonnet, and he goes down.
Yeah. Yeah, it is weird. That conference is really weird. So, but tomorrow's night's game is actually winner take all, which is the Ravens and Steelers.
Oh, someone could be out of the playoffs.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers might not make the playoffs.
Wow. Now it's second down. And it's going to be Kenneth Walker. He gets the ball. And that's going to be a third down.
Mm-hmm. But a nice run.
Now it's 3rd and 4. And you can't run the ball in this one. Because 49ers will see that. And I don't want to waste another potential. I don't want to waste turnover. Well, they're showing it right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm running what would happen if the two teams tie.
3rd and 4. Now here is Sam Darnold's getting overwhelmed already, but now he's running out of the pocket and he gets down, and that's going to be a first down.
Wow. Not the best runner, but hey, he got it.
He got it when it mattered.
Yeah. I'm like, dude. Because I would say Gino's a better runner than Sam Darnold. But Russell was the best runner. Nothing can compare to Russell.
No. Russell was a very smart runner too.
Mm-hmm. Well, he had the use of his running ability from baseball. He did that baseball slide a lot of times so he wouldn't hurt himself, which is very smart.
Now we got an injury timeout, and I got a Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
I'm back.
Mm-hmm. Like I have this kind of like ideal now that if you're not up by more than like 3 scores, a game is still kind of like catchable. Because if you're up by 2 scores is really easy to come back from nowadays because of how the NFL is played nowadays and how quickly you can score. So I would say that the NFL now, you almost have to be up by almost 3.5 scores to make it actually like unattainable for someone to catch up.
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10.
That's why a 7-point game is like nothing right now. It's a tight game.
It's a very tight game.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was oh wow, I didn't know that Nick Bosa tore his ACL.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're at 1st and 10. And now it's going to be to Kenneth Walker, and he gets through, and that's going to be about 5 or 6 yards, probably 5 yards. It's going to be second down.
But the good thing is that our running backs are playing better than Christian McCaffrey, which is good right now.
They are for a time being, but don't forget there's something called another half.
There is true. The game's not over till it's over. I always tell people that.
Mm-hmm. I know it's ironic when it's like, if it was 7-0 49ers, I'd be calling doom and gloom. 2nd and 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be to Kenneth Walker. And he gets through, and that's going to be a first down. And yet I'm confident for the opponent.
Oh, flag, though.
Holding. Yep. Who would have thought?
No, but our new offensive lineman has really been helping. Him and having Abraham Lucas back, those two guys, Gray Zabel and Abraham Lucas, has really changed our offensive line this year. You know, having those two pieces.
Yep. Because last year was a mess of an offensive line.
Yeah, we still won 10 games.
And won all the and was perfect on the road.
I know.
That was the weirdest part of that season was that. And now we're at 2nd and 11. Now here's Darnold to pass. Now here's the pass that's going to be caught. That was AJ Barner.
Mm-hmm. But based on how I've seen Geno play and how I've seen Sam Darnold play, I'd rather have Sam Darnold over Geno. Just based on this season versus last season.
I think anyone would.
I don't think everybody would, but I think I would take Sam Darnold. That's just me.
3rd and 6. And now here's Sam Darnold to pass. Now here is going to be a big pass, and that is going to be incomplete.
Wow,
and no flags at all. That was quite a bit of contact too.
Mm-hmm. But I can see where there's no contact there, but I also can see where, you know, because let's see here.
I probably wouldn't have made a pass like that, though.
Were they early?
It was barely right on time.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be 4th and 6, and he's going for a 45-yard attempt. I would be shocked if Jason Myers actually makes it this time. And now the snap, the kick, and this time it goes right through the uprights, and it is good, and Jason Myers makes it. And you know that I was a little bit more careful this time of how I approached it this time.
Because I don't consider a 40 to 50-yard field goal a gimme.
It's not a gimme. No, it's never been a gimme.
No, but some are saying, oh, it's getting easier now because people can make 60-yard field goals. I'm like, not necessarily. The pressure gets you, and you miss a 45 or 47-yard field goal, and you're like, what? It happens every 1 out of every 10 times you might miss one. You know, and you're like, 1 out of 10. You know, that's 10% of the time.
Yeah, you're missing. You can also miss chip shots too. People have
missed it. They did move back the extra point rule, so more people would go for it on two go for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah,
it used to be a lot closer. I want them to go to the XFL rule where you don't do extra points and you have to do a 1, 2, or 3.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 would be a little bit more fun
because you'd be from the 10-yard line.
Yeah,
and I think that's I think that's a very fun rule. But I don't think they would ever do that. But I like that rule though.
All right.
Are you gonna do a commercial?
Thanks for reminding me because they really need them some business. There we go. 50% off. It's going to be 50% off at Snoqualmie Sahara Mexican food truck. You can get burgers too for 50% off, and they'll deliver. But as long as you're in Snoqualmie, North Bend, Issaquah, Sammamish, Carnation, Duval, anywhere else outside that range, the drivers are not willing to accommodate, especially for a 50% off. So if I wanted to, for example, I couldn't do it. They would not fulfill my order.
So it's almost the end of the first half for the Trailblazers and Spurs game. It's 55-51 right now.
Wouldn't care. This is this about Sonics basketball?
No, it's not Sonics basketball. No, what I'm saying to,
By the way, Jason Myers nearly kicked it out of the bounds too.
we know the Spurs, I think they're the only team that has beaten, I think the OKC this year or something like that. It's something weird like that. That's their Achilles heel.
What is our Achilles heel?
No, the OKC's Achilles heel is that they've lost to like the Spurs. That's like I think the only team they've lost to or something.
Victor Wembanyama.
Mm-hmm.
1st and 10.
Well, now we have a little better cushion now because we're up by 10 now.
Not by much, because it could change at any time. And don't forget, Niners have the ball second half. And now here's Brock Purdy to pass, and that's going to be caught. And McCaffrey just gets driven back. The second round pick from South Carolina makes the big play. Well, that was George Kittle that got taken down. Well,
yep, that was George Kittle.
It was not Christian McCaffrey. It was George Kittle that he took him down. That's why
I'm liking
so crazy about it.
I'm liking this Imanori guy.
Imanori, yeah. 2nd and 16. Now here's Purdy to pass. Now here's the pass that's going to be caught. And, McCaffrey just gets met immediately by Witherspoon. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Seahawks are really showing that dark side personality.
Mm-hmm. They actually moved up in the 2nd round to get Imanori in the draft.
They're called the dark side or the MOB or the swarm. I like the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to be 3rd and now here's going to be Purdy to pass, and now he escapes the sack. Now here's a big pass, and that's going to be caught by Jawan Jennings. Oh, and that was a huge first down for San Francisco. It just felt too good to be true to force another 3 and out. Brock Purdy always makes his magic, and that was when he was getting overwhelmed.
One thing that's always surprised me about Brock Purdy is he's a better runner than you expect.
I know.
You wouldn't think he's like that sneaky, but he can be sneakily movable.
Just like Russell Wilson. 1st and 10. And it's going to be handoff. And Brian Robinson just won't go down.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. What's really funny is that Clint Kubiak is part of and Kyle Shanahan part of similar trees of coaching staffs or something like that, where they learn from.
2nd and 4.
So it's interesting.
And now it's going to be, he's getting overwhelmed. Now the jump throw, and that's going to be caught. Oh. And Kittles was still able to get that first down.
Wow. Getting that pass off.
Look at that replay. Lawrence was really going for him, and he pushed him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't call it roughing the passer. 1st and 10.
Roughing the passer is always a tricky call.
Two-minute warning.
Yeah. Do you know why I say it's a tricky call for roughing the passer? Because of timing and where you hit him.
But it was way after the throw.
I don't know. I think it was fine, but yeah.
I don't know.
Commercial?
Yep.
I mean,
Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck.
And call that number at 425-888-2300, 425-888-2300. I'll leave that on until commercial break is over.
What I think is very interesting now is because we have a 17 game season now, it goes 18 weeks. And so actually the last game of the season is actually in the new year. So it's weird that the season, like they call it the 2025 season, but technically the playoffs in the last game of the season are technically in 2026.
Usually I think they call it the 2025, 2026 season, just like the NBA does the 2025, 2026 season.
Oh, you think they're starting to do that now? Because they used to just call
They've
it that.
they've been doing that.
Oh.
Just like 95, 96 Sonics.
I know for NBA they've been doing it for years because the season goes between those, but I thought before they just called it like,
I mean, NFL, they'll still call it 2013, 2014. Like they'll just call it 2013, for example. Like the Seahawks was the 2013 Seahawks.
Yeah, the 2013 Seahawks won the championship in 2014 because the day they had the Super Bowl was in 2014, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's a trick question for like a trivia question is like, what was the actual day the Seahawks won their Super Bowl,
Not really. You just have to know the day.
Yeah, but some people might get confused because if they knew it was the 2013 season, if they knew that, they'd be like, oh, they think the Super Bowl happened in 2013, not 2014. So that could be a trick question. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. And we are back from the break.
So, interesting.
1st and 10. Now it's going to be handoff to Christian McCaffrey, and he will go down. And
He has done hardly anything today. Christian McCaffrey.
49ers, yeah, but 49ers are well within that field goal range now.
Yeah, but if we can keep him to a field goal, this is really good.
Most career receptions in history is George Kittle with 593. It's very unlikely he'll catch up to Terrell Owens, though.
He just passed Terrell Owens. It's Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was another kind of animal.
Yeah.
2nd and 7.
Did you know he played for the Seahawks?
Yep, 2004 season.
Yeah.
Oh, now they're doing a double lateral. Now there's going to be a pass. That's going to be caught by McCaffrey. Third down. Third and 3. And now it's going to be Brock Purdy to pass. And is he going to go? Oh, he goes down. He gets tripped, and that's going to be 4th down. That is a sack right there.
Do you go for it, or do you kick the field goal right now?
They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. But they don't have to because they have the ball second half.
Yeah. But if they take the 3 points, then they can go. Then, like, if we don't score in the next minute or so, they get the ball at the beginning of the second half. They could be coming through. So it depends on, like, If they want to waste the clock so we don't score again, then they would go for it.
It's now 4th and 3. I think they're going for it.
We can score in a minute.
We have to score.
Yeah.
Nope. Eddie Pinheiro is going to be the field goal kicker.
Okay. Yeah, because they don't have that guy they had first. Did you hear about the guy they had first week? Jake Moody?
Yeah,
they fired him after the first week when they played the Seahawks. He was so bad that week, they fired him.
Well, it's 4th and 3, and if I were Seahawks fans, scream your lungs out. 48-yard attempt. And now the kick is up. And that goes right through the uprights.
Yeah, it
And
was
now the
leaning a little.
49ers get on the
It
board.
leaned a little bit, but it still was good.
By the way, random question. Do you think Joe Buck got too much criticism
Joe Buck for what?
for commentating?
Commentating what?
No, his play-by-play. People didn't like his play-by-play because they thought he was too boring.
I don't know who Joe Buck is.
Joe Buck is the play-by-play right now.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah, he's like, that is in for the touchdown. Or he goes, that is a disgusting act.
I think that one of the things as being an announcer, when you're a mainstream announcer, you kind of have to be very neutral, you know?
No, but
Because-
like it was like sometimes he like lacks emotion.
Oh, maybe he can show more emotion, but I think the one thing that's fine with it is the fact that he's not favoring one team, basically. Because when you have someone who favors one team too much, it makes them seem very biased. Like, remember Reggie Miller during the playoffs, and people were getting mad at him because Indiana was there.
Yeah, exactly. And Pinheiro kicks it off.
Yeah,
And they're gonna bring it out, and he's gonna get to the 30 and to the 35. So basically, it was a glorified knee.
yeah. You just wasted a few more seconds on the clock.
Yeah, she could have just taken the knee.
Yeah, but he didn't know he was going to get the same as he would have got in a knee. You wouldn't have known.
D. Winters is now questionable.
Yeah. What's crazy, some people were saying, is like, it's like some people, like some of these football players, how big they've gotten for some of these positions and stuff like that, like how tall some of them are, or how, like, you know,
1st and 10.
physical they are.
Man in motion. That was Cooper Kupp. Now here's Sam Darnold looking to pass, and he's running out of time, and he's going to go down and get sacked. And clock is burning, so you better come up with something.
Yeah.
At this point, if you can just get to field goal range, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But it really should be 16-3.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be 2nd and 16. Now here's Sam Darnold to pass. And now he's going to run it out. And now he just gets it to thrown. And that is to 88. That was A.J. Barner. He gets a little bit
Spike it.
more. But yeah, you got to spike it. You can't let this quarter go. I think they're just going to go for a Hail Mary. Are they not aware of the time?
They're just going to let the clock run out.
No, you take a chance. Just chuck it downfield and see what happens. What's going to happen? Are they going to intercept it and throw it for a pick six?
So how do you feel about the Seahawks after the first half?
You know how I feel? Do you want to know?
Yes, I do.
49ers now have the upper hand. Sam Darnold is a bum. No, okay. Seahawks have wasted several opportunities.
That's true.
They should have not went for it on 4th down. They should have taken the 3 points, so that makes it 13-3. Now, Jason Myers, I can't fault him too much because that was about the 45-47. But even if you're the best kicker in the league, you should still be making those. And then the Seahawks defense kind of fell apart on like a 3rd and like long or something.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of missed opportunities for the Seahawks throughout this game. A lot of ticky-tack mistakes that really does cost them a lot.
A lot of the mistakes, like you said, they've been minor mistakes. Like the Seahawks have done a lot of minor mistakes where they could have been up by a lot more, but they have been controlling the game. That's true right now. But because they made so many minor mistakes, are they going to compound by the end of the game? And is that going to like get the other team to come back? Is the other team going to come back because of all our minor mistakes? We do not know. Or are the Seahawks going to now enhance it and clean up their minor mistakes and now dominate the second half of the game? We do not know.
But the problem is, there's a problem though.
What?
The problem I have with it is that now the 49ers have the ball for the second half. That's
Just
what I'm afraid
starting.
of.
But what if our defense gets them 3 and out? What if our defense
They
stops early?
won't. It's been figured out.
We don't know yet. We'll see how they adjust.
I
during the
do. I know
coming out.
everything.
But are you ready now for a retro ball?
Yes, I'm just trying to get it up right now.
Okay. But I'm just saying, hey, so far I think the
Very-
Seahawks played good. I think they've had the upper hand. But like you said, minor mistakes can compound.
It is compounding.
Mhm.
It's a problem.
Mhm. Yeah. But we should not let our foot off the gas.
Well, no. If anything, we should be flooring it.
Because a lot of teams, they get too comfortable with their lead and they give it away.
They do.
They say that's a big problem for the LA Rams. They give away their leads.
Come on. I'm trying to get this thing connected.
Problem.
It's not.
But one of our big pluses in the game so far has been our running game. Like, I think our running game has been great today. Not like excellent, but it's been great for what it usually is. Compared to what it usually is.
Come on. But yes, I'm very concerned. It's only fitting that on the last day when the Seahawks offense suck, my phone's also betraying me too. Can't get this
What's
thing
interesting?
connected.
One of the announcers on the halftime show is literally wearing a suit, and their suit coat has a zipper on it. How do you see a suit coat with a zipper? Usually they have buttons.
Gotta love technology.
No, when it works, it's great. When it doesn't, it's upsetting.
It's a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things that only works when it feels like it.
Well, your quarterback won today. Your Baker Mayfield guy won.
Yeah. Who the
now
Browns
they
should
have
have kept. Halftime starts in 8 minutes. I'm really running out of time.
What's interesting about this, though, is that you know what's funny? What's interesting about this is that Carolina and Tampa Bay are going to have losing records. The Seahawks are going to have think about this. A team could be in 5th place and have 13 wins and play a team that's 8-9.
I don't really think of it much.
Like, I just think that's so weird. It's like you could be in a division and you get in with like an 8-9
Well,
record.
then if you get rid of divisions, then what's the point of having divisions then?
Well, so if you get rid of divisions, then you'd have to almost go to more of like a conference schedule almost. You know what I mean?
I guess.
And you to do something like that. Or what you do is you make the divisions bigger and then you have like less divisions. You know what I mean? Like you go, instead of having 4 divisions, you have like 2 divisions or something like that per thing. You could do something like that. But there's a many different ways you can do it. Or you can even switch to like an East-West kind of thing you want to do. Or you can even split it into 3 different conferences. I don't know, 4 different conferences. You could do something weird like where you have like 4 conferences, which would be weird.
Still not showing.
Mm-hmm.
This is the worst halftime show I've ever ran in my life.
Hey, I'm trying to keep it entertaining. So the first game of the day was the Panthers and Tampa Bay today. So, and that game went down to the wire because Tampa Bay late in the game with like just over 2 minutes left, they actually scored a touchdown and got the game 14-16. And so they decided not to go for the onside kick, but actually kick the ball off to their team and hope for their defense to step up. But their defense did not step up, and Tampa Bay won the game. Now, what's going to happen with the Buccaneers and the Panthers is all comes down to the last game of the season. So if the Falcons win, the Panthers get in, which is it's the Falcons Saints game, which is the other 2 teams in their division. If the Falcons win, Panthers get in. But if there is a tie in that game, or if New Orleans Saints wins, then we have the Bucs in the playoffs. And this is a really big complication because if San Francisco or the Seahawks, whoever loses this game might end up having to play one of those teams. So we know that the Seahawks are guaranteed the 1 and 5 seed. But what's really interesting is that San Francisco is not guaranteed the 5 seed. They might end up being the 6 seed or the 5 seed if we win. And that can be very big for us later on because if the Rams win tomorrow, it could force the 49ers, if we win, down to basically the 6th seed. And that means they either play Chicago potentially or play the Philadelphia on the road. And that is really big for that team. Because for us, if we lose, we play Tampa Bay or we play the Panthers. And we already beat Tampa Bay this year. We already beat the Carolina Panthers this year. But we lost to the Tampa Bay when Baker Mayfield was playing better. He has been on a slide lately and not been playing as good. So, but it'd be really great if we don't have to play that game because if we don't have to go and play Tampa Bay or Panthers, we don't have a chance of losing. And we also get a bye and we don't have to worry about injuries.
That's the best I can do.
Okay.
I'm not gonna,
You can go now.
I'm gonna just
So we got you. Seattle, San Francisco. Got it.
something else. I'm gonna try to put camera over just at least at an angle. Fix it to the running back, and of course it's very slow. I think this might be a shadow of what could happen in the second half of the Seahawks game.
Hey, our running game isn't bad. Our running back game is not excellent, but it's good enough to get by.
Yeah, but I've only had this kind of running back.
Yeah. We don't have a superstar running back. We have good running backs. Like your running back here is better than our running backs.
Yeah,
We don't have no beast mode running back this year.
This one is more. He is a beast mode type running back. Gonna be kickoff. Probably milk the whole clock too. One for the throw, and it's caught by Pearson. I'm also screen recording it too because, well, obviously screen quality is not the same if I just put it over the camera. 3 minutes left, so I gotta hurry. Already, I spent like 10 minutes trying to get the phone connected to my computer. Gotta love technology. By the way, I'm going to say it. During COVID, I think it made people like me hate technology even more. Because everything was about depending on technology during quarantine. Like at one point,
Like I said, everything. What were you saying?
No, go ahead and say it.
Oh, everything has its pros and cons, you know? And when you
Yeah.
rely on one thing too much, it can if something goes wrong, it can be a bad thing when you don't have a backup plan.
I'm trying to finish this team off as fast as I can.
You're doing good.
That everything's just going too slow. "75 yards. Nope, he'll go down, unfortunately. Oh, crap. Watch this. I'm just going to burn every bit of clock. Oh. Now time's up. That should ice the game right there. I'm trying to make it 30-15. Quarter's about to be starting real soon, so I better hurry.
Yep, you're still good.
All right, I'm gonna bring it back.
Okay.
And I won to make it 30-15. I achieved the number 1 seed. All right, I'm done. All right, thank you all for dealing with my frustrations. As now the kick is off, and we are getting ready for the second half. And they dropped it, and now it's going to be to the 12, and that is not a good way to start the second half, but it's okay. In some twisted way, I believe in the 49ers. I think they will figure it out, and I believe in them. I can't believe that. I'm a Seahawks fan that believes in the 49ers. Does that even make sense?
I think, what do they say? Defense wins championships. It's like offense can win games, but defense wins championships or something like that.
49ers have good defense too, you know.
No, they don't. They don't have an excellent defense.
It's underrated. They're just injured. 1st and 10. And now here's Christian McCaffrey, and it's already 5 yards.
That's one play. We can stop him.
And now it's going to be 2nd down. Can you hear my dog barking?
No, I've not heard a dog.
2nd and 5. And now it's going to be Christian McCaffrey, and he's going to go down. Hold on, I got to close the door.
Okay. I just heard your dog.
I think my dog's going to have to go to the bathroom real soon. I think that's what I think she's screaming to go to the bathroom. Sometimes dogs do bark just to say, hey, I have to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. I don't speak dog.
3rd and 4. Now here's Brock Purdy looking to pass. And now here's a pass, and that is going to be caught. 1st down. I told you. That was Robinson, and he's now doing the crying thing. I think that was towards the Seahawks, so where's the flag? Oh, right. It's the 49ers. They get more favoritism.
Well, they're in 49er reveal right now.
Even if they were in Seattle, they're still getting the calls. Either way, it was just bad coverage.
Who's 29?
1st and 10. And now it's going to be a fake handoff. Now here's Purdy, and that's going to be caught. It's all 49ers after this.
No, it's not.
Second and 3. Man, they're really making such a big deal about not having Ricky Pearsall. Well, they still have Kittles and Jawan Jennings. 2nd and 3. It's gonna be fake handoff, and that's gonna be a throw. That's gonna be caught. That's George Kittle making the catch. Ricky Pearsall is not even a 1,000-yard receiver, and they're making a big deal out of him not being there.
Everyone forgets that San Francisco had an easy schedule this year, and like they're trying to say,
So did
they did so well with all those injuries. I'm like, they had an easy schedule that made up for the fact of all those injuries.
They had the same schedule as the Seahawks.
No,
1st and
they had an
10.
easier schedule.
And here's Brian Robinson. He's going to go down. Seahawks had the easy schedule.
No, San Francisco had the easiest schedule in our division because they were the 4th team last year. They were the worst team in our division last year. So technically, the Seahawks had the second hardest schedule. So there is a difference.
Yeah.
Because San Francisco had the easiest schedule of all teams this year, based on how teams finished last year. Seahawks had the 11th easiest schedule this year.
Now we're at 2nd and 7.
So
It's going to be a man in motion. And it's going to be no handoff. And Brock Purdy's going to go down with a sack. And that's going to be a 3rd down and long. But it's okay. Brock Purdy
that guy,
will just throw it down
one guy, he's wearing a fist. He has like his fist all tied up, taped up.
Yeah, he did.
I think that's Reed with the fist. Yeah.
Oh, he's doing the belly dance, just like Brandon Mebane.
But you see he has like a cast on his fist or something?
Now it's 3rd and 13. And now here's Purdy looking to pass. He's got all day to pass. Now here's the throw. That's going to be incomplete. And that's got to be roughing the passer right there. How did they not call that roughing the passer? That's got to be roughing the passer. It's okay. There'll be a roughing the passer. Watch. In 3, 2, 1. Okay. Here's a magic trick. It's going to happen in 3, 2, 1. Didn't happen.
No.
So it's going to be a punt. And he punts it off. And he's going to actually try to run this out. It's kind of risky. And he goes out to the 30 and he jumps, and that's going to be close to the 40. So more like the 36. A 20-yard return.
So that's not good. I like that Shaheed guy.
The one the Seahawks traded for.
Yeah, I told you about him. Didn't I tell you about him before we even traded for him? Remember I said I drafted him? I'm like, so happy I drafted him.
I can tell you
So
that's
you
not
heard
the
about him last
Golden.
year?
I can tell you
What?
that's not the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, it isn't?
That was the bridge that goes from San Francisco to Oakland.
Oh.
Have you
Is it
been
that
to
relevant?
Oakland?
I've not been to Oakland or
You've been to
Francisco.
You haven't been to San Francisco?
I've like maybe drove through there, but I've never like really spent time there because I've been on my way to. But I think I just went like I-5 and I went all the way just down to like LA
Where'd you go to LA from?
from Seattle. I've been on the trip from Seattle to LA in a car.
By yourself?
No, with family.
Oh.
I liked Malibu, and then I think we went to like Santa Monica, and I've been to like Venice Beach and stuff like that. Like I went like for student government, we went on a trip to like to California, and we went to like Venice Beach and stuff. And that was like when I flew there. So I've been on a few different trips.
Now that's Bennett belly spin by Michael Bennett. Oh, no, I think that was a salsa dance. Oakland and San Francisco used to be night and day. Difference now, they just the same. No. San Francisco is still better than Oakland. But it's still bad. Both of them are still really bad. Especially Oakland. Oakland is such a tragedy. It really is. So tragic that you should go get yourself a pizza or a taco or a burrito or a burger or even a pasta at Snoqualmie, Sahara Pizza and Mexican food truck.
I haven't tried their pasta yet.
50% off.
Yeah.
You just spent the holidays there? Oh, which one? Oakland or San Francisco? If the Seahawks lose, they'll get a 5 seed. If 49ers lose, they'll be 5 or 6.
Depending on LA tomorrow, if LA can beat Arizona or not.
They'll beat Arizona.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be 1st and 10.
But like, can you say Arizona's bad when they've lost like I think it was like 7 or 8 games on like one score? Like how like they're bad, but they're like they just don't know how to finish games. So it's like
now here's Sam Darnold to pass. Now here's a short pass to Kenneth Walker. He gets about a couple yards, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah. So that's always the interesting one.
2nd and 8.
Earlier this season, they tried to use Jalen Milrose for a few plays. I'm so glad that they shut that down. The whole Jalen Milrose experiment.
Just develop him. They're not really developing him. 2nd and 8.
They rushed him in too early.
But they're not even using. He's a 3rd stringer.
Yeah, because Drew Lock's better.
And now here is Darnold to pass. Now here is the pass. That is to Kenneth Walker. Gets the block, and he's going to run. He's got to go out of bounds, and that's going to be a Seahawks.
1st down.
1st down.
Yeah.
No, I think Drew Lock was a waste of time. I would have rather just develop Jalen Milroe a little bit more.
No, but Drew Lock right now, having him as a backup is a better option than having Jalen Milrose right now. You can still train Jalen Milrose and get him better, but just at least having him, which we paid for him for the next 2 years, just having him here for at least someone who knows how to play football a little bit, who can maybe win you a game, is better than
1st and 10, man in motion is 81. And it's going to be to Kenneth Walker. Does he have any running room on this one? Not so much, but he still is somehow able to get 6 or 7 yards. 6, 7.
That's the word of the year. It's in the dictionary now.
6, 7.
Which has like no, like if you actually read the definition of it, it's like it means it has like no meaning or something like that. It's like a word with no meaning or something.
It's a Generation Alpha thing.
Oh man.
Does any of your family members use that term a lot?
Yes, my nephew uses
Oh my
it.
god. Of course he does.
Yeah. What do you think of Delulu?
I don't know. 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's
now it's going to be handoff to Kenneth Walker, and he's not even going to get that 1st down. Where were the blockers on that one?
Because Generation Z uses Delulu instead of Cray Cray.
Then what do we use? Are we the Cray Crays?
Yeah. Because it's for crazy.
Oh boy. Delulu. Uh-oh. Someone's down. Who could be down?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you see that? How he fell into the other guy?
Yeah. 3rd and 2. Wonder if they're doing an injury. Yep, they are.
So, commercial, food.
Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
So, anybody out there, I have some serious questions. What do you think of pineapple on pizza? And the broader question is, do you think any type of fruit, basically any type of fruit, should be on pizza? And what's really interesting is people don't realize this, that tomatoes are actually a fruit. They're actually part of the berry family. But you're talking about so if you use any type of tomato, you're technically actually using fruit on a pizza already. If you're talking about things that people think are fruit, not just things that people think are like vegetables, because most people think tomatoes are vegetables. But if you think about things that are more like fruits, like should apples go on pizza? Should pineapples go on pizza? Should peaches, should oranges go on pizza? Should any of that stuff go on pizza? See, I'm a person that actually likes artichokes on pizza. See, I don't mind people putting pineapples on pizza. It's not my thing. I'm not a pineapple on pizza person, but I don't mind people having pineapples on pizza.
All right, I'm back.
Sam Darnold
We
is
got
lined
third
up
and
here.
2 just in time, and now here's to Zach Charbonnet, and he is not going to get the first. Oh my God!
And he loses yards.
Just gets tripped up. Momentum now heads to San Francisco's direction, and they are for sure going to make an inspiring comeback. I believe in them.
Nope.
Oh, come on. Seahawks are not a plus 400. That's a bunch of poo-poo.
Seahawks having control in this game. They have. You got to admit they have been controlling the game.
They have no control of this game. 49ers are just heating up. They're warming up. They got this. And fair catch. And now they're going to be at the 8. It's all right. They'll figure it out. They got George Kittle. They got Brock Purdy. I believe in them.
Nope.
See, I'm being positive. Get it?
We got this.
Well, let's be right back. I gotta get a snack.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki. Tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're going to spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
So anybody out there, one of the things I've been thinking about is if you could have your own custom pizza, if you were on a menu and you had a pizza, what would you name that pizza? And what would be in that pizza if you had your own custom pizza at a restaurant? Like if you got to have your own custom pizza at a restaurant, what would you want? Joe, I have a good question for you. If you could have...
What?
I have a good question for you. If you could have your own custom pizza that's on a menu, what would you want it to be?
Mostly meat and vegetables.
Okay. So almost like a combo?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What would you call it?
The rooftop splatter pizza.
One of my common pizzas.
Someone asked me about the whole rooftop. What does a rooftop mean?
Yeah.
Just look up rooftop 1992. Do you know that story?
No.
Okay. You don't want to know. And now 49ers have the ball. Now there's Christian McCaffrey. He's only gotten like 2 yards on that one.
Yep. He hasn't been getting big runs today. We've been really stopping him. Our run defense has been good today.
He's just warming up. He'll figure it out.
We're already 2.5 quarters in.
There's still a fourth quarter.
Yeah. It's 100. We have 118 rushing yards. They have 35.
2nd and 7. Looks like George Kittle's out there blocking. And now here is Brock Purdy. And now the pass, that's going to be caught. That was McCaffrey. I told you. See? You just got to, I believe.
That was passing yards, not running yards.
Still,
it's from momentum forward, yes. But it still wasn't a first down.
Yeah, if the Seahawks get a stop here, I'm gonna well, I don't really have enough. I can't really cover anything for fantasy anything because you've already have. I already am doing. I'm still paying you back from all that Cobra Kai stuff.
Yeah.
3rd and 2. Now here's Brock Purdy looking to pass. Now here is the pass. That's gonna be caught.
When they stopped him.
Might not be a first down.
I don't think he got it.
I think they're gonna go for it. 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 They're gonna go for it.
Why'd you go for it way back there? It's not worth it.
It's only 1 yard.
No, look at this. They're at the 19-yard line. They're really gonna get
I wonder if they're
going
gonna challenge that. No, he's not even close to that pylon.
Yeah, I would not challenge that. That would be a bad challenge.
The pylon, the chain. My bad, not the pylon.
Well, now it's a digital mark now. They do digital ones before they use the actual chains.
Yeah, even then even then, they're gonna be forced to punt unless they could do a fake punt. I think there's gonna be a fake. I can sense it. Nope.
Ooh, he almost blocked it.
He almost did. And it's gonna be a fair catch at this time.
Yep.
I think Seahawks are really trying to milk the clock. I mean, let's see if the stats actually do back it up. Oh, I've been to Chinatown in San Francisco. I want to go again.
Is it better than Seattle's Chinatown?
I think ours is still better, but I still want to have like a fair, like a comparing thing.
Okay. Because we do have a good Chinatown and stuff like that. It's cool, in our international district.
Something I should do is like for the NFL or baseball, like cover all conferences. Like every NFL team, like I do a road trip, for like the Seahawks. As a Seahawks fan, like something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, NFC West would be easily finished.
Yeah. Well, I actually created something a couple years ago where I redesigned the whole NFL divisions to make them more better travel times and stuff like that, and made better rivalries. Where I put at the LA teams against each other or something like that. I made all these better rivalries.
I'm sure you did.
I think the Seahawks kind of got screwed because it would be Seattle, San Francisco, and then I think it would have been Kansas City and Denver or something like that in Seattle's new division.
Let's see the stats on how many passing attempts they have had. Sam Darnold has attempted 15 times while they have actually been running the ball more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we've had the ball more this game.
Yeah.
So we've been doing a lot better controlling that part of the game. Because if we do it right, we'll at least be wasting another 4 to 5 minutes on this drive, taking it into the next quarter. So there'll be 1 quarter left. And if we can at least score something here, it gives us even more of a cushion. Because we were just on the verge of getting a field goal last time.
Sam Darnold started 14-2, and then they lost to the Lions. That screwed them over, and then lost to the Rams.
Mhm.
Then he goes to the Seahawks. He's in the same exact situation.
Mhm.
By the way, Super Bowl's in San Francisco.
Yeah, that's why this is such an important game, because if San Francisco wins this, they would not leave San Francisco for the rest of the playoffs.
I know. 1st and 10. Man in motion. Now you're. Oh, he tripped.
No!
Oh, the ball is out. But it went to Zach
we got it back.
Charbonnet.
We got it back, but that was bad.
That was really bad.
But we got the ball back. Ooh, that was scary. That was scary, Joe.
I'm not convinced about the Seahawks.
Who do you think caused this? Oh, that was literally on Sam Darnold. His knee
Sam
went out on
Darnold
him.
was not paying attention.
His knee went out on him. It was that I blame it all on Sam Darnold. You can't blame that on the center.
Offensive. No, I blame everything on Sam Darnold.
No.
2nd and 17. Now you're Sam Darnold to pass. Got some time now. The pass, that's going to be incomplete, and this is just becoming a disaster. And I think they're just going to run the ball and just punt the ball away.
No, let's take it. Let's take it to a pass here.
Okay, fine. It's going to be a short pass to Kenneth Walker.
Okay. We've had some runs that got 15, 17 yards on them before.
But that's too
Remember
much
that?
to bank on.
I know it is.
What about Jackson Smith and Jigba? Get him the ball. It's not like he's like completely
know.
covered that much. He only has 4 receptions today. Now here's a 3rd and 17. Yep, I told you they were going to run it. Now here's Kenneth Walker running, and he's still going.
And he got the
And he
first
gets the first down. Oh my God, he got the first down.
Yeah, we do it. Oh, wow. We've done that like multiple times.
How
this
did
year.
they do that?
We've done that multiple times this year. Because everybody expects you to pass it on that down. Everybody expects you to pass it.
It was a toss.
And it was a toss. So
And it was excellent blocking by the offensive line and the tight end, and that is what got the first
look at
down.
the guy in the box. He's freaking out.
And yeah, that was John Lynch going,
on a run play. Oh, God. That's hilarious.
that was Kenneth Walker doing magic. Now it's 1st and 10, and now it's going to be fake handoff. Now here's a big throw, and that's going to be caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba. Get down, and that's going to be past the 40.
Whew.
I wonder if there's a flag on that one. There was a little bit of some activity going on.
But, man, we've done that multiple times this year. Somehow that is really weird. You could run it on like a 15 yards or 17 yards. You just need to run and you can get it. It's crazy on 3rd down.
No.
What's funny is the 2 best wide receivers are in the NFC West.
1st and 10 now. I don't think so, Troy Aikman. And now here's Sam Darnold looking to pass. I think he's nope, it's going to be to Zach Charbonnet, and he still gets the first down out of that.
Wow.
Wow, just right after that disastrous fumble, it goes, oops, never mind.
Yeah.
For now. I mean, Sam Darnold could easily have a fumble 6 or a pick 6 out of it.
But we almost had a fumble and we got the ball back, so it did fumble, and then we had an incomplete pass, and then it was the big run, remember? There was an incomplete pass before the big run. So bless you.
Thank you.
This goes to show you that, like, in moments like this, even if you look at like the Baker Mayfield story, look at the Sam Darnold story, the Geno, a lot of players were like, there's a lot of stories where like players you think were washed up still have resurgences in their career.
Baker was never washed.
But he had a down low where everybody thought he was kind of like
that wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault.
You know? But you see these players that have had careers where like you think that, like, just like this year, everybody thought kind of Matt Jones is kind of washed up, and then Matt Jones won some games for San Francisco, and you're like, what? Matt Jones?
Kenneth Walker has been a major factor in this game.
Yep, him and Charbonnet have been both really good.
Run by committee is what they do.
Yep. Was it better to have two like good running backs or have one great running back?
Yeah. Strategy-wise, you want two good running backs. 1st and 10. And now here is Darnold looking to pass. Now here's, batted down.
Oh, wow.
49ers are getting banged up, though.
Because their defense has been out there so long that they're getting tired.
Yeah, I know.
What was it? I think
Now
it was
we're
last
at
game.
second and 10. Now here is Zach Charbonnet. And it's going to be a 3rd and 9.
At the Seahawks last game against the Carolina Panthers, in the Carolina audience, they found a guy that looked like Sam Darnold.
Yeah, they did. I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting that like there are people out there like very similar to someone else in society.
We got 3rd and 9. And now here's Darnold to pass. And that's going to be incomplete.
There's a flag.
It looks like there's a flag.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it is. That was a pretty late flag.
It was.
Pass interference on the defense. Seahawks really did dodge a bullet.
But wasn't that obvious, the pass interference?
Well, let's see. It was for
right there.
Yeah, he was choking him.
Like, look at this. He had him wrapped up before the ball was even thrown.
Even in that direction.
Yeah. The guy's like,
George Kittle could not believe it.
But the flag was late, but it did make sense.
It was very late.
First and 10. Want to call it.
He didn't want to call it.
But he saw that. It was like, Now
there's Kenneth Walker, and he is getting bottled down. Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like they're figuring out the running game a little bit.
But didn't I tell you that this drive is going to take them until like the end of the quarter, at least?
Yeah, they are burning time, and I think they're gonna run one more play, of course, but they're gonna do it close to when it gets to the end, because they really just want to milk. They really want to milk this game.
Yeah. And if they can at least get a field goal out of this or get a touchdown will really, really help. But at least something will help.
Field goal will give a two possession game.
Yeah.
And now there's Darnold shovel pass. And it looks like they're settling for 3 points.
No, it's third down now.
Oh, third down.
So that was half the yards. So we still have another attempt here to get
Yep, and they're letting the quarter just go.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yep, and that guy gets some water. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50%.
Yeah, if you're still hungry, if you want to celebrate the win or possibly mourn the loss, go to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. It will be calling 425-888-2300, 425-288-2300 to get your 50% off. Commercial break is still ongoing. And we are back from the break. Looks like that's Pier 39, I think. Now it's going to be 3rd and 7.
I was thirsty.
Yeah, I was too. Under Shanahan, they are 1-38 when trailing by 7 points or more entering into the fourth quarter.
So they don't do well in this situation.
Usually, but things can easily change. 3rd and 7. Now here's Sam Darnold looking to pass. He's getting overwhelmed. Has to get out of the pocket. Now he gets it to 81. He's brought down. That's going to be fourth down. So they're going to have to kick the field goal.
They could go for it, but I would just with 6 yards, I would just take the field goal, take the safe route, get the points and stuff like that. Be up by 2 scores.
That's if you make it though. You still got to make that field goal.
But it's still only like a 30-yard field goal or something.
Yeah, but so did Gary Anderson.
31.
Jason Myers missed a 47. 4th and 6. And now the kick. And that goes right through the uprights, and that is good.
So we got a cushion now.
To make it 13-3.
With about 14 minutes left.
It's just for the 14 minutes away from not only the division, but also the top seed, which means the Seahawks would get their bye week.
Meaning that if we do win this, our schedule next year will be harder.
I'm not even thinking about next year. That's why we got to win the Super Bowl now.
I know. If we win the Super Bowl this year, it would surprise a lot of people because a lot of people expected us to only win 7 games with Sam Darnold. I'm like, really? We're about to win 14 and you only expected 7 out of Sam Darnold? I'm like, some people are miscalculating Sam Darnold so bad.
Yeah, but they weren't far-fetched. Don't forget, Sam Darnold, mind you, Sam Darnold had the best receiver in the NFL, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, but now he's not.
And TJ Hawkinson.
No, but think about this. He won 14 games last year. If he wins 14 games again this year, can you really say that Sam Darnold is a bust? When he has had back-to-back seasons where he's won at least, right now he's won at least 13 back-to-back seasons. So you talk about, you can't say he's really a bust because everybody was blaming him off 2 games last year, thinking that he was going to fold after 2 games. Didn't realize that he went to another organization and just as good. And if he wins this game, he's already over 1 hurdle. The first hurdle he got over was beating the Rams. Okay? Third time he played the Rams, he beat them. The next thing you think about it is if he could beat San Francisco on week 18 and get the number 1 seed, the next demon's away from him. The demon of not finishing the division, and getting that number 1 seed. If he does that, then you think about it. Can you really call him bad?
Yes. He can't finish the games, and the Seahawks have had an easy schedule.
No, they haven't.
All right. Let's talk about it then. Let's debate.
The Seahawks had the 11th easiest.
Oh, back from the break.
Yeah, but I already did the math. I already looked at the math. They said Seahawks had the 11th easiest schedule this year. There's 10 teams that had an easier schedule than that. 10. And San Francisco was one of them, and so was New England. So, that was based off of the winning percentages of last year's teams, not this year's winning percentages. So, and if you look at it this year, our schedule did get tougher this year because you got to admit, Jaguars got better this year. The Colts are better this year. So the Jaguars and the Colts were better this year.
Colts
Minnesota
had
was worse this year.
45-year-old Phillip Rivers. Of course you're going to beat them.
And then like Minnesota was not as good this year because they didn't have Sam Darnold. They didn't have a good quarterback. So you got to think about where.
And now it's coming out to the 20, and that's going to go to the 29.
Yep. But you see where I'm at this, where it's like it's depending on what you rank them off of. Because our toughest games this year were against the Rams twice and against San Francisco twice. Those are our those are our 4 toughest games.
It's going to be 1st and 10.
A game, out of division, I think our toughest game out of division was the game we lost to Tampa Bay. And that was when Baker Mayfield was playing good.
1st and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to be Brock Purdy to pass. And he's getting overwhelmed. He has to throw. And now here's the pass. That's going to be caught by George Kittle. They really needed that badly. See, there's still time.
Yeah, I'm saying the game's not over yet. Like, remember I always tell you this? The game's not over until it hits 0. Who is that person that keeps showing in the box? I think that was the singer earlier.
Probably 1st and 10. And now here's Purdy. He's got all day to pass on. He's just going to scramble. Now he's going to run. And he gets the 1st down. Brock Purdy does have legs. I can't lie.
Mm-hmm. But he was not securing that ball well. He was not securing the ball well.
Brock Purdy in rushing, 126 yards total in the season. But he's had 21 rushing yards.
Okay, so he might have more than McCaffrey today.
1st and 10. Now it's going to be McCaffrey to the run, and they still bring him down. He still gets maybe about 5 yards.
But we've been able to stop the run pretty well with him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 2nd and 6. Now here's Brock Purdy. And now it's going to be completed. And now that could be trouble. And now they're going to the 25. This clock can just keep going. It's just going too slow.
Well, there's 12 minutes left. Oh, look at the fight on the sidelines.
There is something going on. Juwan Jennings, he's having some kind of a heated exchange on the bench of the Seahawks.
There's no flag on that?
Yeah, how is there no flag on that?
They're just letting things play today.
The rivalry game.
Oh, see there
they're getting ruffled up.
Yeah.
And they were talking. Now it's going to be 1st and 10. Now is Purdy looking to pass. Now here's the big pass, and that's going to be caught. That was Juwan Jennings. And now it's going to be 1st and goal. Not feeling good about this. This is where 49ers can really make a comeback.
Yeah, but let's see what we can do on defense here. Let's see if our defense steps up here.
They're not going to step up.
They have been doing so far today.
Yeah, because they barely crossed the 50-yard line, of course. Now we're at 1st and goal. And now it's going to be handoff to McCaffrey, about maybe 3 yards. See what McCaffrey's at in running. He's only gotten 23 yards total today.
Yeah, the quarterback almost has as many running yards as McCaffrey.
He's been a more efficient runner, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're at 2nd and goal.
Mm-hmm.
Now here is Purdy to pass. Now the pass
Oh,
that is going to be. Oh my God! That intercepted. That has to be intercepted. And they get the interception.
What? The ball just like fell into the
It
guy's
slipped
lap.
out
And
of
the other
his
guys.
hands.
It slipped out of the guy's hands and our guys. Wow.
There's no way you can call an incomplete on that one.
No, because the guy caught it.
It was
Look at this.
battered
The
off
guy
by
catches this.
Mafe, so it
Look,
was
the
not a
guy-
good throw.
Oh, no, he didn't fully catch it. He didn't fully catch it. It bounced off his hands.
It bounced. It went through his hands, actually. And now Thomas
look at
gets
this.
that interception. But did he stay in bounds is the bigger question.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, he's in
4,
bounds. He's in
5.
bounds.
He has tons of feet in. Too many
He has
feet in.
too much feet.
But man, and you said, oh, it looks like they're going to score. And look at what happens. Our defense steps up. Our defense is
maybe I
outplaying.
should-
Oh, you see the hand? Our hand
Yeah,
actually scraped the
I already
ball.
said that. Yeah, Mafe, he batted it.
Wow.
But now the Seahawks have a bigger task. They have to try to get the ball out into more comfortable territory. Now it's going to be handoff to, and yep, they're blitzing right after him.
Man.
And if there was less time on the clock, if there was like less than a minute left and they were in this position, it was 4th down, then you just take the safety.
But man. And that was Thomas. I don't know who this Thomas guy was, but man.
Well, he definitely made the catch.
Oh, do you see it?
There's,
Did you see our
there's
general
Jody
manager?
Allen in there too. Yeah, John Schneider's going all everywhere.
He's sweating in there in the booth.
2nd and 9.
That's crazy.
And now here is Sam Darnold. He's got some time. Now here's the throw, and that's going to be caught. That is Jackson Smith and Jigba. And now that
wasting
is the
more
first down.
time.
Yeah, there's got to keep wasting as much time as you can.
Because every time we get a first down, we waste a minute and a half, pretty much, almost 2 minutes, minute and a half to 2 minutes. So it's a good thing.
Yeah, and Jigba, yeah, he'll make that catch.
Well, everybody thought at first he wasn't going to be a good outside receiver, and he's become a really great outside receiver.
Yeah, he's been more of a wideout this season than a slot receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And now here is Sam Darnold handing it off to Zach Charbonnet. That's be about a couple yards.
Mm-hmm. Third quarter in Seahawks history with 4,000. Third quarterback.
It was
4,000 passing
Smith,
yards,
Russell
25
Wilson,
passing touchdowns. Geno and Russell did it.
and now Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
So basically the 3 quarterbacks in a row.
Yeah. So we've had good luck with getting that stat.
I guess so. 2nd and 8. Now here's Sam Darnold looking to pass. And now he has to get out of the pocket. And now he's got to run for it. And that will get him out of bounds. But that's going to be a 3rd down. And then there's some talking going on again.
Well, they're saying that wasn't out of bounds. They said he got hit inbound, so the clock's still running, which is good.
Yeah, still got to keep that clock burning. But they got to
No,
get a
that was-
first down. You don't want to give 49ers another opportunity to score. You just don't. You want to
Yeah.
keep basically just eating the clock.
Yeah. Look, the guy has the Sea Duck uniform on.
I don't even like those.
I like
3rd
him.
and 2. Seahawks are 4 of 9 on 3rd downs. Clock is still running. Here's Cooper Kupp making a little bit of a motion. And now here's Sam Darnold to pass. This is a critical one. Now here's the throw. And that's going to be caught. And that's
Cooper
going to be
Kupp
another first
got
down for the Seahawks. That is Cooper Kupp making the catch.
And he still can play Cooper Kupp.
Playing that more of a 3rd down kind of role.
Yeah. Oh, their guy got injured.
Another guy, man, 49ers are suffering heavy casualties.
And what's crazy is if they lose this game, they could drop all the way to the 6th seed. If San Francisco loses this game, going from the potential of getting 1 to 6, that's crazy. You know.
Now it's going to be 1st and 10. But hopefully that guy from San Francisco is okay. Now I'm starting to think I was being a little bit dramatic when I took the knee for Jaden Daniels, because it's like, okay, well, I got to do it for everyone now. It's just that Jaden Daniels is just a big name. So now I feel guilty. But it was actually, but here was the other thing. It was going for a very prolonged amount of time too.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy about it is that because if they keep extending the football season, there's more likely if they keep playing more games in the regular season, you're more likely to get players injured because football is a very brutal sport.
Yeah.
Commercial break.
I did not like I really didn't like the 18-week thing. I was against it.
You wanted to stay at 16 games?
Yeah, I like saying 8-8 or 12-4.
Well, eventually they're going to go to 18-game schedule, so it's going to be you can go 9-9.
Stupid.
Yeah. It's for them to make more money.
Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck.
See, my whole thing is that I get more enjoyment out of a good burger over a good slice of pizza.
So you're telling me next time we go to Sahara. So what are you going to try next at this Sahara Mexican food
I think
truck?
the burger.
You go for the burger next time, if, like when we do a draft.
Yeah, either the burger or the pasta, because I really.
It seems that nobody really wants to do the pizza on me anymore because whenever we go there, people like last time I think we did it together, everyone kind of went their own separate ways about it. When we did the football draft, everyone went their separate ways.
Because a lot of people don't really want the pizza. It's like sometimes
they want a variety.
It's like because you have so much variety there, and like
the only thing that place doesn't have, the only thing they just don't have is Asian food. That's all they're missing.
Yeah, because they have American with the burgers, they have Mexican, and they have Italian.
They just need Asian food.
They don't have Greek food.
10. And it's going to be the handoff to Kenneth Walker.
And a first down.
First down.
Wow.
So you're going to try the burger. Then I think I've already had the burger. I haven't had their pasta yet. That's a consideration.
Yeah. I don't know if I remember having their burger. I think I might have had it once, but I don't remember. But I think
now it was going to be 1st and 10. First and 10. And now it's going to be handoff to Kenneth Walker again. And he is breaking tackles. Another first down. And they are just eating the clock.
And now it's down to 6:20.
But it has to keep working. You still got to keep converting and converting.
Yeah. Because if we score here, that anything, it's going to be really make it a lot tougher for them. That interception is going to be huge for them, for us. Like
now we're at 1st and 10. And now it's going to be the pass. Now it's going to be the Zach Charbonnet. Nearly breaks the tackle. And that's going to be about 6 yards.
Mm-hmm. And what's crazy to think about this potentially is like, look at all the teams. Like the 49ers will go to 12-5 if they lose this game.
It's going to be
and
second
then Chicago.
And 4.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. And now it's going to be the Zach Charbonnet. They're still trying to eat the clock, and that's going to be another first down. And they are just
5 minutes left.
They are just slowly chipping this game away.
Yeah. Well, right now, all they have to do is if they keep running it, they don't need to really pass unless they have to pass if they don't get big first and second down runs.
Yeah, Salah, I guess so. 1st and 10. It's going to be 174 yards. Sam Darnold's been throwing. He's been very efficient, very accurate. Now we're at 1st and 10. That interception must have been the backbreaker for San Francisco. And now it's going to be Sam Darnold, and he's going to pass, and that's going to be – oh, no! Is that intercepted?
I think he only had 1 foot in. I think he only had 1 foot in.
Yeah, after I said, like, oh, yeah, he's been having a very efficient game. I got to stop saying that.
No, look at this. Let's see if he has both feet in. 1.
Yeah.
The second foot's not in.
Nope, not in.
Not in, like I said. So that doesn't count. 1. Second foot's out.
I think DK Metcalf would have caught that. But also, he wouldn't have been quick enough to get to that point.
Wow.
2nd and 10. And it's going to be the Kenneth Walker, and now this is where you're kind of showing some vulnerability.
But like we said earlier, that interception put their defense back on the field, and their defense is tired. Their defense has been out here a lot tonight.
Yeah, their defense has absolutely been gassed, and you're seeing it on them that they are just absolutely gassed. And look at the offense; they just look completely fresh because they've barely been on the field.
Do you see they just called a timeout? They just wasted one of their timeouts.
That's good. That's a sign.
Yeah. So. Well, by the time you get the ball back, it's going to be like 3 minutes or something like that. You know?
Time to like throw a touchdown and then force an onside kick. So you still want to try to score. Like, I know it's 3rd and 10, but I want to try to score. I know they want to try to burn clock, but you can only burn so much clock at this point.
Yeah, because it'll be like 3.5 minutes or something like that.
Still plenty of time.
In Sam 12. Oh, in Sam 12's
Sam
trust.
12's trust. I don't.
Today he's had a really good game, though. You got to admit.
He almost threw a pick.
But so far, he's been pretty clean until that one play that he almost had.
3rd and 10. You know, I'm not going to. And I hear Sam Darnold looking to pass. And now he's going to run out. And he's going to throw it. And that's going to be caught by Cooper Kupp. And now it's going to be to the 10. More like the 11. But that was a huge play by Sam Darnold. And the clock is just going to. No, it's not going to keep going. I thought it would San Francisco called a timeout.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at Sam's awareness here to know there was a guy open. Like, seeing that a guy was open. Like, that was good.
That was very good. Cooper Kupp has been huge.
Yep.
And I think they are actually going to try to score this touchdown. They have to.
If they score, then it's
put
going to
this
make it really
game
tough for the other
possibly out of
team.
reach. It will make it very tough.
See, we're 6 of 11 on 3rd downs. They're 2 of 8 on 3rd downs. So.
Brock Purdy's just trying to get himself warm and ready again.
Yeah. But when it comes down to it, our defense outplayed their offense today. That's pretty much what this game
It really
all
did.
about.
Now we're at 1st and 10. I think they're going to run the ball because there's no really anyone to throw to. Now they're going to hand it to Zach Charbonnet. He gets even like 3 or 4 yards on that.
Yeah. There's no point to really like throw it unless you have to throw it now.
If it's on 3rd down, then you should. But I think this one you should throw because they've already been noticing that they've been running the ball all game long. Kenneth Walker, 16 carries, 97 yards. Zach Charbonnet, 68 yards on 15 carries.
I know, because it hasn't really been that exciting for San Francisco. It's been a domination by Seahawks. This is the kind of game Seahawks want to play. They want to play a game where, like, it's low scoring. It's a grinded out game. That's kind of the Seahawks game plan. You know what I mean?
You know what you call that? Blue collar style. Now it's going to be 2nd and 7. He's got a fullback. And, he's going to hand it to Zach Charbonnet, and he gets some spin moves in there. It's going to be about a few yards. But that's going to be a third down. And you got a key decision to make, whether you just want to keep running the ball or do you want to try to pass and try to score a touchdown. But what would you do? I mean, I think I want to do the play action and pass.
Yeah. Well, it's 3rd and 4. So you have both options here.
I do the play action because they've already gave it to Zach Charbonnet twice, so maybe you can fool him again.
Yeah. What? You could throw him off and put Kenneth Walker in there if you wanted to do that, but I don't know if you would.
No, I would keep Zach Charbonnet in there because if it's Kenneth Walker, it's kind of obvious what they're trying to do. Nope, they're just going to hand it to him. Let's give it to Zach Charbonnet, and he actually is going to get through. Can he get through? Nope.
He gets stopped like a yard shy or something.
He did get stopped. Now you're going to have to take those 3 points.
You should take the 3 points right here. I would. You could risk it, but do you really want to risk it here?
Even though they'll be very deep in their own territory.
Yeah.
No, they're going to leave their offense out there.
But you see why they're doing it because, like you said, deep in their own territory.
Because it's going to be a 2-possession game either way.
Yeah.
So this one I'm not too terribly mad about. 4th and 1. And they're going to try. Oh, that's a little bit too far out to do a fullback one or a tight end kind of run. I think they're just trying to get him the jump. They're just trying to get him the jump.
Yeah.
But that was kind of too obvious, though, because there was just too much room for even if he snaps it, the tight end, they delayed the game. So yeah, everything was all deliberate.
No, but you see, by running the clock out, they wasted clock time too.
So yeah, everything was deliberate.
Yeah, and taking 5 yards to have a 5-yard worse kick is not that bad in that situation.
Well, you would think.
Because 5 extra yards makes it, what, a 30-yard versus a 25 or something like that. It's not like a big much difference for this guy. Yeah, well, it's 26 now.
26-yard attempt for Jason Myers. Can he do it again? And now the kick. And that, no good! Off the pylon! Off the post!
What is this? Wow!
Oh my goodness, no. And San Francisco is very much back in business. The pressure got to him.
It was like just off. Look at this, just off. Jason Myers is having an off day. Look at the coach's reaction.
Yeah, Mike McDonald's not happy about that, and thus he shouldn't.
Like, that's like his mouth open and his head leaning back. Like, usually you don't get much reaction out of Mike McDonald, but that reaction out of Mike McDonald.
You really hope that the Seahawks can finish this because you don't want to give 49ers a one-possession game because anything can go wrong with an onside kick. And now here is Purdy to pass, and that's going to be incomplete.
Ooh, did he hurt his thumb?
Yeah, it looks like his thumb is a little bit shaken up. I was kind of waiting for some kind of roughing the passer.
They haven't been calling any roughing the passers today.
No, they've been letting this game just go. The flags have been very rare.
Look at this. The guy just tips him at the very end. See, look at this. The guy just tips him. He like almost like
tips him
barely.
He did it to himself.
Yeah.
And now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy to pass. Got some time. Now the pass, and that's going to be caught by McCaffrey, but he gets stopped immediately by Eamon Morey, if I can even say his name
San Francisco has no more timeouts. You know, San Francisco has no timeouts.
They are out of timeouts.
So they have the 2-minute warning.
So that was pretty much their last timeout.
Yeah, it was a 2-minute warning because they wasted all their timeouts earlier. So you have a 2-minute warning left, and then from there, all they have. So if we get the ball back, if we ever get the ball back, we basically just like knee it out.
You can knee it out.
So yeah,
and obviously they're going to go for it.
They have to get some sort of score here. If they don't, San Francisco doesn't. Basically, the game's over.
Well, if anyone wants pizza or burgers,
try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck.
$50% off that burger if you want it.
Yep.
So I've had the burger, the pizza, tacos, the burrito.
What's your favorite?
The burger. I think I'm gonna go for the pasta the next time I'm there for the party.
Because I think I've had I think I've had their burger. Burger was good, but I think
Chicken
last time I got the
wings.
burger, it was just slow. It took a long time to get the burger.
They're very slow about them. No. I mean, no. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about?
But
What are you talking about?
Joe,
Okay, was it at least good?
it was good.
It was the burrito, right?
No, the burrito was good and the burger was good and stuff like that. I haven't had their pasta. Like,
I think I'm gonna try the pasta.
yeah. We're 2 minutes away from securing the number 1 seed. 2 minutes.
Or blowing it.
But really?
Good old Scott Van Pelt. Still part of that 9 to 5 culture. Well, it's not 9 to 5 technically, but
You know the one team that's done that where they came back from like something like this was the Chicago Bears, but they had to do it in overtime.
Seahawks did it too against the Packers in 2014. Now it's 3rd and 6, and now here is Purdy to pass, and that is going to be incomplete. Is that going to be
Now
a flag?
it's 4th and 6.
Oh yeah, but this is it, and it all comes down to this. If
You
San
go for it here?
Francisco, well, obviously you have to because they don't have timeouts. They don't have a timeout. And that was great
Wow, just
coverage.
barely
by
got his
Joe.
hand over there.
Now it's 4th and 6, and this is it. It all comes down to this. Everything's on the line now. Here is Brock Purdy, and he gets bottled up and incomplete, not even close. And looks like the Seahawks are going to secure the number 1 seed and the division. Home
Brock Purdy,
field
he shook up.
advantage throughout the playoffs, and Brock Purdy is shaking up. You are correct. And that was
Look at
Leonard
this.
Williams going for it.
But look at that. 2 guys
No, that
on
wasn't
him.
Leonard. It was 2 guys, and he just got lit up.
Yeah.
That was number 58. That was Hall.
Oh, you see
hopefully
his arm there?
That was
You
a
see his-
brutal hit. Let's
You
hope
see the
that Brock
arm there?
Purdy. Yeah, I did. Let's hope that he is okay. Hit his hand too. Brock Purdy's been
Ooh.
banged up all season too.
I know. If it wasn't for Matt Jones, their season would be over. Look at his hand bleeding.
Yep, it is bleeding.
So-
Yeah, that's got to be
but-
painful.
But if it wasn't for Matt Jones this year, the 49ers wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah, Mac Jones definitely kept them in the season.
I know. They were lucky enough to have him as a backup.
But nonetheless, Seahawks are going to be the top seed in the NFC.
Yeah, not just their division, in the whole NFC.
Whole NFC, home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And I'm not going to say the history of it because I don't want to jinx it.
I know.
And Sam Darnold's just taking that knee, and it's only about a few more knees. And then next thing you know, it is on not only on the playoffs, it is on to the divisional round already. While the
Mhm.
Seahawks can just sit back and relax for next week, get some good rest,
Mm-hmm.
and just get ready for playoff football.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't be any more happy. I know that I'm always negative Nancy guy, but negative nanny. But there we go.
This game was a lot lower scoring than what the experts were thinking.
Oh yeah, I thought it was going to go into the 20s.
Yeah, and no, even the Seahawks, they had opportunities to get to like 20 points, but they just didn't do it. And then
They
like,
did not.
and part of it wasn't even like Sam Darnold actually played a better game than because he almost had an interception, but overall, even with one interception, that's better than most games. So him having no interceptions and just barely squeaking by with like not getting that first one, this is so much of a cleaner game for Sam Darnold. You got to admit.
One of the more cleaner games for Sam Darnold. And that's it. The
Mhm.
Seahawks officially have the number 1 seed, and they are also NFC division winners. They have won their division for the first time since 2020 when they went 12-4 with Russell Wilson. And now, 5 years later, Seahawks get to enjoy another divisional finish and a top seed finish. And the last time they finished as the top seed was the 2014 season.
Mhm.
Reached the Super Bowl, but we're not going to speak of that Super Bowl. Sam Darnold's embraced by 49er personnel.
Because he used to play there.
Yeah, he did. So they know him very well.
What's crazy is look at what Mike Macdonald has achieved. He won 10 games the first season, just barely missed the playoffs his first year. Then goes and wins 14 games the second season. Not just wins the division, but also gets the number 1 seed. In 2 years, he's turned this team from basically being like a fringe playoff team to now being a contender for the Super Bowl.
And let's not forget, how about the defense? Because the defense took really large steps in the last 2 years because when he inherited the Pete Carroll team, they had some of the worst defenses we had ever seen. And I remember in 2022, running backs were just running all over the Seahawks. And just last year alone, we were getting stomped over by the Giants of all teams. So this has been a really huge step this season compared to in seasons past. But if you think about it, we haven't really seen much clean Seahawks football, anything like this, since 2013 was the last time it was smooth kind of thing. But in the years after Super Bowl 49, all we saw was heart attack wins, Russell Wilson drama, LOB drama, Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas flipping off his team. And Pete Carroll was pretty much on his last days. And now here we are. And the best part, we did it in San Francisco when, I mean, the betting odds said that the Seahawks were going to win.
Yeah, they were 1.5 point favorites.
But I had my doubts on it. Like, I didn't think that they were going to win this game. But nonetheless, the defense disagreed. They were there almost the entire time. Does anyone even realize that 49ers didn't even score a touchdown?
No, they only had 3 points. We kept them at literally 3 points the whole game.
We did.
And they had one attempt they had 2
ahead.
attempts the whole game to get a touchdown. They had literally had 2 attempts the whole game to get a touchdown. I think they were in the red zone, twice maybe the whole game?
And one of them was end up getting picked.
Yeah. But what's crazy about this, you think about it, is that the defense started getting better. So the defense started getting pieces in drafts with Pete Carroll. So Pete Carroll started getting pieces, and some of those pieces that were at it that trailed the tail end of his career with the Seahawks became part of Mike Macdonald's defense. Mike Macdonald took him to the next level because you were right. Pete Carroll's defense was going downhill. But you think about people like Devin Witherspoon, Reek Wool, and all these players. They kind of came in with the Pete Carroll era, but Mike Macdonald made them better.
I mean, he is a man of a defensive mindset when he was an understudy of Jim Harbaugh. So not Jim Harbaugh, John Harbaugh of Baltimore, because he was their defensive coordinator. And I was thinking at the time, I remember when they hired him, I was like, well, yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, why not? Because young coach, someone from the Jim Harbaugh, gotta stop saying Jim Harbaugh, and fireworks are going off in my neighborhood.
He did play for Jim Harbaugh for Michigan 1 year. He was the defensive coordinator for 1 year with Jim Harbaugh too.
Then he went to John Harbaugh.
Yeah, so he went back and forth between. So he's from the Harbaugh tree, is what you can say. And what's interesting about that is that when we first heard about his name, I'm like, oh, he's supposed to be this defensive genius. I didn't know he was that good at defense. They said he was some like defensive stats genius. He was like a statistical genius. And I didn't realize, and like that's what people kept saying. And then when I heard him get hired, they said he's the highest paid first-time head coach. He's making like $9 million a year as a head coach without ever even being a head coach. If we win the Super Bowl in year 2 of his era, it would be all worth it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Let's win a freaking playoff game first. Or actually, better yet, let's hope that the Seahawks at least get on the plane or on their bus safely first, or nothing goes wrong in that locker room.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just take it one step at a time. But I want to go back to the game. I mean, it started out great. The first drive was going so smoothly. Running game was beautiful. Passing game was great. And then on the 1st and goal, they decided to not run the ball in. And then they're like, oh, okay, let's run when we're like another 5-10 yards out. And then, let's go for it. And I was like, I thought this was going to be a sign of like disaster to come. And then the defense disagreed anyway. They put that 3 and out, and that's what led to Zach Charbonnet getting that touchdown. Granted that a flag was given on that punt return for the Seahawks. But either way, Zach Charbonnet, he was the only touchdown scorer, but that's all it needed. I mean, we don't need like sexy amount of points sometimes. Sometimes this is the kind of game that you need is as long as the defense is silencing them. That's the thing. Because the defense was playing at their best, that's why the offense didn't have to do so much. Their job was really just to burn the clock. And that's what they successfully did. Especially when true. Yeah, it's very true. It was about time management, and this was one of the better time managed games that I have seen from the Seahawks in this decade so far. Probably the best time managed football game I have seen in this decade.
Yeah, Sam Darnold did what he did really well. He's a good game manager, and as long as he doesn't turn over the ball or cause any fumbles, which he almost caused a fumble and he almost caused an interception. Yeah, he almost caused an interception. He almost caused a fumble. He was lucky. We were lucky in the fact those two things didn't happen. But even if those two things happened, I think we could have overcome those because, I noticed that you can overcome like about 2 major things in a game, but you can't overcome 4. I've seen games where he has 4 interceptions and we lost. But I've seen games where he's had like 2 interceptions and we've won. So there is a point where like I think 4 is too much, but 2 is just like right on the fringe, But if you have a game where everything goes your way, like we got the fumble back, we didn't have the interception because the guy stepped out of bounds, It's like we were, things did go our way, but like you said, we did manage this game very, very well because like this is one of our better running games. Our running attack was actually pretty good today compared to usual because usually our running game, it gets stifled, but San Francisco's defense was not there. They didn't have a good run defense.
Also, another big key of that game was when the San Francisco 49ers were about to close it to within a 1-possession game with so much time left in the game. Thomas then just out of nowhere gets that interception. Granted, though, the pass by Purdy was tipped by Mafe. So that's why the pass looked a little bit wobbly. And then it went right through the receiver, and then Thomas catches that interception. And then the rest was pretty much history, and that's where Seahawks raced the ball, and then they were able to at least have an opportunity to stretch the game out a little bit further, to get a touchdown, which didn't happen. And then Jason Myers unfortunately missed the field goal. And I mean, and by the way, I'm looking at the screen. Sam Darnold didn't even give high fives to the fans. I'm like, bro, what are you doing, man? You got to give those high fives. Anyways, Jason Myers kind of had a tough game, in my opinion. But sometimes he just can't have best games all the time. The 45-1 one, you can't really blame him on that. But the other one where he missed was like a chip shot. Yeah. I think he should have made that, but pressure is a thing. But that's something he's got to overcome when it comes to the playoffs. Same thing with Sam Darnold, because he's not really necessarily known to be a big game guy. So not only is it going to be up to Sam Darnold to win this, to lead them to the playoffs, it's going to be the defense, not only the defense, but it's also going to be the 12s. And why am I saying the 12s? They're the ones that are going to have to scream their lungs out. If you're a season ticket holder, hold on to that ticket. Do not sell it to anyone else because chances are you are going to sell it to someone from the other team. And by the way, if you're a Seahawks fan and you really want to go to this game, use my promo code Rooftop Sports to get $20 off the purchase, and I will show you why you should and what SeatGeek is all about. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RooftopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. So yeah, use that promo code Rooftop Sports, get your $20 off the purchase, and you better yet believe that I'm gonna be covering those games. The only thing that will stop me is if the game just happens to be when the basketball tournament is there. So we'll see. Any other thoughts you had in this game before we get going?
Yeah. So I think the last couple of thoughts I had is that I think what was really good about the game was our defense played excellent. Our defense played really great. And then Sam Darnold played better than usual. We got to admit he did play better than usual. And then the other thing to note is the one bad negative about the game is the fact that Jason Myers missed 2 field goals today, a 47 and a 26, I think of what it was. So that was the 2 big negatives. That was kind of the negatives of the game, was our kicker was worse today. But Sam Darnold played better than usual, and our defense played excellent. So I think that it kind of are the 3 kind of takeaways of the game. You can kind of see where the game was going and stuff like that. I think the other takeaway of the game was our running backs played better than usual too. So that's the 4th takeaway.
My takeaway, clock management was excellent with the great utilization of the running game and the scheme and the way they were running. And also the offensive line. Look at that offensive line. They were able to make pathways for Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, which we're not giving the offensive line enough credit because they have came a long way. Like, this is probably the best offensive line so far that I have seen since going back to the Russell Wilson early days when, and we said that offensive line was bad, but that was actually, believe it or not, that was still a top 15, close to top 10 offensive line. When we said it was a bad line. Now, is it the 2005 Matt Hasselbeck, Sean Alexander offensive? Of course not. It's pretty hard standard to get up to when we're talking Walter Jones and Steve Hutchinson and Rob Tolbeck, if that's who he is. I think he was the former center of the Seahawks. But other than that, like, this has been an excellent offensive line. And how about the defense? I mean, I know you've said the defense, but defense didn't even give up a touchdown.
I know. That's
so that
huge.
It was absolutely huge. But let's go to the boring part, the stat lines, and then we got to get going.
Yeah.
So Sam Darnold, 198 yards, no touchdowns, 2 sacks suffered, including that fumble, but he didn't throw a pick. So that's pretty much a win on that. Kenneth Walker, 16 carries, 97 yards, but 6.1 yards per carry. So when he ran, he made it matter. Zach Charbonnet, 17 carries, 74 yards, 4.4, and a 27, which was that touchdown. Even Sam Darnold made some key runs too. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 6 receptions for 84. And then Cooper Kupp had some of the most critical receptions.
Yeah.
And then who got the sacks? It was Jaron Reed, Noosu, Derek Hall. So 3 sacks were done on Brock Purdy. Now to the 49ers side, I've got to credit Thomas with that interception too.
I know, Thomas, that was huge.
That was probably the most important part of that. Drake Thomas, not Derek Thomas. Derek Thomas was a long time ago, 90s guy. Yeah, he was the one that would get that interception. And now Brock Purdy, 19 of 27, 127 yards. He tried what he could. 3 sacks. Very disappointing. And then Christian McCaffrey. We're not even talking about Christian McCaffrey yet. He was held to 23 yards.
Running.
23 yards rushing.
What about passing yards?
Even in the receiving, only 30 34 yards.
Wow. Under 100 yards total. Wow.
That is how impactful the defense was. They humiliated Christian McCaffrey, the best running back, one of the best running backs in the NFL, and the Seahawks held him to an all-purpose total. When you do 23 plus 34 on all-purpose from scrimmage, they held him to just 57 yards.
I know. That's crazy to think.
And all the receivers only averaged around the low 30s at best. So I think this is safe to say that this is the best defensive performance we saw from the Seahawks this season. Unless there's anything better, if anyone wants to debate on that, you're free to comment.
I think this was one of our best defensive performances of the season. Because think about it, keeping one of the best running backs, like you said, to that many low yards is huge, and keeping their wide receivers to that low of yards is a big thing. Even like George Kittle, keeping him to low yards, like most of the game they couldn't get past midfield. That's a huge thing. Not getting past midfield. Yeah, like you said, we had so many 3-and-outs on the team that like it helped us so much at the end of the day, and that's a huge thing to think about. And I think the Seahawks, like you said, defense was a strength. Our running backs was a strength. We had so much other things go well in this game and stuff like that. And this shows you why, people have been talking about this for years. This is the reason why they hired Mike Macdonald, was to stop the offense of the 49ers and to stop the offense of the LA Rams. The Rams and the 49ers. This is huge. And think about this. They finally got a game like this where they kept an offense, one of those two teams' offenses, to 3 points total, like you said. That's huge. That is huge. And that few yards today.
And I just looked up on Christian McCaffrey that today was his worst performance rushing-wise of the entire season. His second worst now was against Houston when they lost to Houston. 25 yards on 8 carries. And Christian McCaffrey, 8 carries, 23 yards.
Yeah.
And his long was 5. It was like a typical standard run.
Yeah.
So
Houston Texans also have a really good defense. That's what they're known for, is their defense. So that's a huge thing.
But yeah, we're just going to have to enjoy the win for now. I don't want to talk about playoffs right now because there's just too many. I'm not saying there's too many implications, but there's just implications going on. So it's not really fair to necessarily talk about who do we have to worry about. The only thing we have to worry about now is just hope that no one gets injured, everyone gets rest, and because
we don't know who we're playing for 2 more weeks. For a week and a half, we won't even know who we're playing against. So
we won't know until next week.
Yeah, so we won't know at all, because all we're gonna know is really we know every team besides one team in the playoffs right now that's in the NFC. So really the only difference is we don't know if it's Carolina or Tampa Bay. But at the end of the day, it's we know all the other teams. The only difference is, besides that, is we don't know the seeding of teams. We know our seed, but we don't know anyone. We know Green Bay. Green Bay is set at 7, so Green Bay doesn't change. So we know Seahawks and Green Bay are set. Everybody else can change.
Yeah, so there's still a lot of implications. So until then, everyone, if you're Seahawks fans, just relax and enjoy the next week of playoffs, watching everyone beat each other up. But hopefully the Seahawks will get it all together and get ready for the playoffs. And before we get going, Epic C Films, do you have any last-second advice? And actually, before the last-second advice, everyone, once again, do this again. There's still time to celebrate. Go to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. They usually close at 9, but because it's weekend, they'll close at 10. So head over there right now. Get your 50% off. Pizzas, pastas, burgers, tacos, burritos, chicken wings. Did I say burgers? I probably said burgers, pizzas. 50% off. Or if you're in Snoqualmie, North Bend, Sammamish, Issaquah, Duval, maybe a part of Redmond. Give them a Call it 425-888-2300 to get your 50% off. And now, Epic C Films. Any last second advice before?
Don't drink, don't smoke, have fun, enjoy life. And remember, it's a new year. So new beginnings are happening. And remember, go Hawks.
Rooftop Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.